Okay, there we go. I wanna make sure I'm not muted. I'm trying to get everything organized. I've been working on getting myself organized for, like, the past 10 minutes, and there's just so much that I kind of wanted to talk about that I was like, "There's no way I can get all of this organized, like, in time, because I have everything pulled up. I was just like, "Ooh, open a new tab, open a new tab, open," and now I'm just, like, overwhelmed. So, how's it going? Welcome to Nerdy News. Yay! We're gonna talk about some stuff today. Some silly stuff, some fun stuff, some, uh, semi-serious stuff, I guess, but yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. I wanna get a new chair. Uh, I don't like this one anymore, and I'm kind of in a lot of pain on my arms, but that's okay. Not a lot of pain, but it's just annoying. Do I have coffee still? Yeah. How's it going? How's your hiccups? They're gone, all right? I actually no joke, I woke up with hiccups. I was, like, waking up in a bad mood. I didn't wake up in a bad mood. I just woke up with hiccups. I don't know what the deal is. Um, but yeah, I try not to hiccup during Mario Kart, but sometimes for some reason, Mario Kart World, it makes me upset. It makes me more angry than, just playing Mario Kart 8, like, I didn't mind playing those. I think it's just the enormous amount of people, like, it has doubled, so it's, like, total chaos, and I'm just like, I don't like it. I was like, "Ah!" It's so hard for me to, um I don't wanna say, like, have fun with everybody screaming, but it's already, like, a ton of people, and then you have Mike yelling. Everybody's just yelling, and I'm just like, "I can't stand," so I start yelling too. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like being, I don't know, 10 years old again, with my brothers, and everybody's getting all rowdy, and I'm just like, "Ah!" I mean, it's funny, it's fun, but I hate that I can't hide that I'm getting upset because I get the hiccups. It's something that I really hate. Can't mask my emotions because I get upset and I get the hiccups. Yeah, so it's annoying, but whatever, whatever. Anyways, welcome to Nerdy News. I haven't done this stream in like two weeks, I think, but I've done like 3 TikTok streams because there's just like way more on TikTok that I wanted to go over than uh I mean, I suppose there's been a lot of stuff to talk about in like the nerd sphere as well, but I've just been wanting to talk about like TikTok stuff. So I did like 3 of those streams and then skipped nerdy news. But there's some stuff that I want to talk about. So I wanted to do nerdy news today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I ended up napping for like 3 hours. What was supposed to be a 30-minute nap, because I've just like lately I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired. I want to take a nap, but I don't want to like nap. You know what I mean? I don't want to nap to where I wake up and I'm just like, "What day is it? My hair is in a fucking mess," and, I don't wanna nap like that. I'm just like, a quick 30-minute snooze session is totally good with me. Um, I'll start to doze off, and then I'll legit, like, maybe get 20 minutes of sleep and then wake up, and I'll be like, "Okay, cool, re-energized, perfect." I didn't hear my phone go off. I didn't hear my timer, and I ended up sleeping for 3 hours, and I was oh, when I tell you I was mad, I was mad. I was like, "I didn't do anything I wanted to get done today. I feel so fucking lazy." Like, yeah, I got really upset when I slept for that long. It was one of those where I, like, woke up and I was like, "What what day is it? Like, did I just sleep through the night?" Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty bad. I did not like that I did that, but whatever. Whatever. I was supposed to do it yesterday to do nerdy news yesterday. Decided to do it. Let's do it today. Maybe we'll keep Thursday. That way we do like TikTok on Tuesday, nerdy news on Thursday. Maybe we'll keep this time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um the trailer was so sick for Lego Batman and the gameplay footage. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not gonna lie. I've played a lot of Lego games. You've probably been there in the chat. Um, when I play it on Kick, I love the Lego games. They're so much fun. They're so much fun. I love playing them. So I kind of want to do. I do I even have it? I have a bunch of Lego games that I haven't played yet. So I might play those Lego games leading up to Lego Batman. I don't even know when it releases. When does it come out? Do you guys know? I didn't look. I didn't look. I don't know when it comes out, but whenever it comes out, I'm definitely gonna play it. It looks like so much fun. Um, what is up? What is up? What is up? Hi, Psychotic Mongoose. How's it going? Wiley Dave. Hello. Hi, Tazrin. Angst. What's up? Achilles. Teddy. Tara Crystal. Hi, Tara Crystal. Grapthar's Hammer. What's up? Connor Boyle. Hi. Hoy. Daniel. How's it going, everybody? How are you, Steph? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm fine with sticking with the Arkham games. Those are great. Those games are awesome. I love it. I love those games. Achilles Jones for $5. Nerdy News by My Nerdy Home. Shout out to the lovely Steph. Let's get the party started. Let's do that. I have some stuff that we're going to talk about today. Let's see. We're going to talk about Lego Batman. We're going to talk about Lego Batman. A little bit of James Bond. What else? Kristen Dunst. What else? Oh, that article that just came out in Variety about Disney. Let's talk about that and how they're like, we're gonna go after boys now, so or we're gonna try and target the male demographic. Orlando Bloom talking about pirates. We have the Sydney Gap launched their jeans commercial, and people are like, yes, it's Gap versus American Eagle. This is our response to Sydney Sweeney, when that's not the case. But where the party's at is on Threads. So I have a couple of responses from Threads about that new Gap commercial, which is pretty funny. Because while the Gap commercial, is they're celebrating it, there's some people that are still like, it's not inclusive enough. So it's pretty funny, but whatever. We're gonna go over that. In fact, that's some stuff that I need to pull up. Mission Impossible did something pretty cool. Kristen Dunst said some stuff that was pretty dumb. And I don't know if we get to everything that I want to talk about. I know I put Pedro Pascal in the thumbnail, but I can't remember what I wanted to talk about when it came to Pedro Pascal. I completely forgot. I don't know what I wanted to talk about. I have this article pulled up, but I can't remember why I have this article pulled up. Like, what's the reason? I don't know. Maybe we'll go over this one. Do they have all of his looks? Yeah, they do. Maybe we'll go over his red carpet looks. We'll do that. What is this? Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, I remember Pedro Pascal. I wanted to go over this article about this interview with James Gunn, but I'm just going to click out of it. I don't want to do that. Oh, here's the Sydney Sweeney stuff. Okay, let me pull that over here. I'm just getting organized really quickly with all the Sydney Sweeney stuff, because I organized everything except for the Sydney Sweeney conversation. So I have to get that. I have to get that in order. Hold on. We're going with my bookmarks. Go to my bookmarks. Oh, and Cracker Barrel. I totally forgot about Cracker Barrel. Shit. Hold on. Everything. Oh, and The Good Boy. Dun dun dun. We have to watch the trailer for The Good Boy, the goodest little boy ever. It's that dog movie. It's that dog movie where, like, it's a scary movie, but it's from the dog's point of view. I want to watch that trailer. I haven't watched it. I've been avoiding it because I don't like scary movies, but like scary movies from a dog's point of view. Come on. Oh, apparently there was a fight on the new Avengers movie. Like, what? All right, there's a lot of stuff. Shit. Oh my gosh, I have to pull this up for Sydney Sweeney too. We're gonna talk about this. I might just pull up all of my bookmarks and then we'll just go through them. Here's the Cracker Barrel logo. I might just do that. I might just go through all of my bookmarks. Oh, here it is. Boop. Here's the ad. All right. And then I have to go to Threads. Hang on. Let me go to Threads really quickly. I hate Threads. Threads. I have an account on Threads because I have an Instagram, and I guess you have, like, it's just both. Now, where do I find my bookmarks? I bookmarked some stuff, but I don't know where to find them. Let's see. Saved? Oh, right there. Hey, there's only one thing. I know I saved more than this one thing. How dare? Hold on. I gotta check on my phone. What's up, Hazy Enigma? Steph is Bull Beans. I'm Bull Beans. Yay. Cool beans. There's a clip out there of you rage. Is there really? On Mario Kart? Whoops. I was getting so mad. I was getting so angry. Yesterday, oh my gosh, let me see if I can pull this up because Jeremy pissed me off yesterday during Mario Kart. Hold on. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to make it into the final four when we were playing Knockout. And he was like, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's here. Let me see if I can find this actual spot. Hold on. Let me see if I know where the spot is. I just have to find it. Jeremy got so mad he like left. He got so mad he left his seat. I was upset. I don't think he knew that I had a green shell because you didn't even see it. You couldn't even see the green shell. Where is it? From his point of view, at least. Hold on, wait. Actually, let me go to mine because I know where it is from my point of view. I was so mad. All right. Good evening. What's up, Jamie the Elite fan? Uh-oh. Insta exposed you as a rage monster. I don't care. I don't care. Don't forget to prone. I learned what that is now. I know what it is to go prone. I know what it means to go prone. Okay, look. Hold on. Let me show you this. This is from last night. Okay. What is this? Get out of here, ad. All right, this is from Mario Kart. All right. You see my point of view when you go to Rumble. So I always host on Rumble. And I was doing pretty good. I was like, all right, let's go. I was so excited because it was like, you know, fourth or better. I was like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go fourth or higher. Let's go. What is this? Ew, nasty.
Phil, I want to see all the shortcuts.
Jeremy messed up because he went in the snow and it slowed him down. So he messed up. Why? So he messed up. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think
And then he hit me with his red shell so he could make it. And I was like, oh, you bitch. Why does it do that? I was like, oh, you bitch. I got so mad. But I watched it from his point of view, and you can't see this green shell. He thinks that I'm not protected. You can't see this green, that I have a green shell.
The really crazy.
Fuck off, Jer. Fuck off, Jer. That was such a good shot, too. I was so mad that he did that. Why does it do that?
Phil, I want to see all the shortcuts, Phil. Son of a bitch.
I don't think I can go the really crazy.
Fuck off, Jeremy.
Do the one where you ride the wall.
I don't think I can do. I only tried that one once.
And he didn't make it. You know what? He deserved that. Okay, he deserved that. I was there. I was there. He fucked up, and he wasn't gonna make it. I was just like, whatever. I don't think he saw my green shell though. That was a good fucking shot too. That was a great shot. I didn't think I was gonna hit him.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think I can go the really crazy.
Fuck off, Jeremy.
Do the one where you ride the wall.
I don't
He got up and
I only
left.
tried that one once.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He got up and left.
If you are a
I was so mad. I was like, damn it. Damn it. It's not rage, it's passion. I do not have passion for Mario Kart. It is rage. All right. Those feed ads distracted me a little bit. Those are nasty. Like, why do they do that? Just let me pause without showing me an ad. Let me pause without showing me an ad. Okay, I have to find, hold on, let me go to my stupid threads because I saved a lot more than this one thing. Let me see if I can find it. For you, follow bookmarks. There's my bookmarks. Oh, it's only showing me one bookmark. What the hell? Oh, maybe it's under my likes. Maybe I liked it. Let's see. I didn't like it. Hold on. Okay, now I have to search because bitch, the stupid bitch thing. What is it called? Gap jeans. Gap jeans. All right. We'll just do that. Let me just search for Gap jeans. Gap jeans. And I'll favorite some of my favorite ones. Like well, I already favorited that one. Here's this one. Man, Threads is stupid. Threads is so dumb. Because they don't have like, you can't just bookmark it like boop, boop, like right there. You have to go to like the 3 dots and scroll down and try and, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I hate Threads. It's so dumb. I just honestly I go to Threads to look at like the woke opinion because that's where they all gather. That's where they all gather. Gather. All right. Yep. Save. Let me make sure I have that. There was a really good one, or not a really good one, but like a really pissed off one. They're like, Sydney Sweeney, man, and now I can't find it. I thought I saved it, and I guess I didn't. Whatever. Anyways, there's a jeans war of 2025, and we're all here for it. We are here for the jeans war of 2025. Let me make sure it saved it. Yeah, there we go. All right. We have the Sydney Sweeney stuff. Do you want to talk about that for now? Let's do that first. Let's do that first. Let me move this over here. We'll do that first. Are you kidding? I have to be a subscriber in order to read this? It's so stupid. We'll talk about it and just hang on. I hate these ads. They're really pissing me off. War. What is it good for? Anise for $5 for the defibrillator defender. Dude, I cannot wait for Battlefield 6 to come out. Like, I really want to buy it and play it. I love it. I'm getting rid of all these ads, sorry. There's a lot. There's a lot of ads. All right. Let's see. Should I share my whole window? I guess. Yeah, I suppose. Ta-da! Here's my whole window. Okay. Sydney Sweeney just had the biggest controversy of her career. Now, Sydney Sweeney launched those American Eagle jeans ads, right? She launched the American Eagle jeans ad. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, and it like people had a mental breakdown of it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, it's it's Nazi propaganda. Oh my goodness, how dare they do that? Say that this blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl has good genes." And it was just a play on words. It wasn't a big deal. But then the other day, Gap releases an inclusive Cat's Eye ad after Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle. Get out of here, Hulu! Oh my God. Look, I don't care about Amanda Knox. The twist. Is it going to go away? Jesus. Fuck. Disney really wants you to get like Disney Plus. Oh, what the fuck? I couldn't even scroll out of it. Like, holy shit. Look, now it's down here. Get out of here. I don't care about you. Fucking Disney. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Gap releases inclusive Cat's Eye ad after Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle good jeans controversy, and everybody's loving it. All right, everybody is loving it. In case you missed the Gap Cat's Eye response to the they think that it's a response. This is done in response to the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad. That's what people are thinking. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is in response." Um, who sings that song? Milkshake. I don't even remember who sings that song. Anyways, they're dancing over that song, right? Milkshake. And everybody's saying like this is in response to the Sydney Sweeney ad, as if like these things aren't planned, ahead of time, like months ahead of time, right? You know what I love about this is that there's some hot chicks in it. Like everybody is hot, everybody is fit. That is what I love about this ad, right? I don't look at it as, "Oh my gosh, this is their inclusive response to the Sydney Sweeney good jeans ad." That's not what I see. I'm like, "Okay, cool. Look at all these hot chicks wearing jeans. Let's go." It's going to hopefully promote healthy people, right? Khalees, that's her name. Khalees, is that who sings? I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, like that's what I see. But they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's in response to Sydney Sweeney." Wait, what is this? Oh, this is the good boy thing. We don't want that. Oh, this is her bathwater. Hold on. We're going to talk about that later. But yeah, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, this is in response to Sydney Sweeney." And on Threads, all right, people are talking about it too. Holy shit, this is how you should run an ad campaign. Diversity, right? Until Gap, but not all people are excited about it. Until Gap starts becoming size inclusive, they don't exist to me. So diversity aside, it doesn't matter. There's too many skinny chicks in this ad. They need to be size inclusive. So it doesn't matter if the diversity is there. It doesn't matter if people are praising. This is how you run an ad campaign to go against the Sydney Sweeney good jeans one. It doesn't matter because people still aren't happy. They need to also be size inclusive. Now they've got some great jeans. Global girl group Cat's Eye is reshaping pop music through multicultural K-pop lens. And they're in front and center in the new Gap jeans new fall commercial. The best thing that Sydney Sweeney has ever done in her career is bringing us the Gap ad that I cannot stop watching. Thanks for starting the great jeans war of 2025, where she and American Eagle are clearly the losers. And then this person right here. My only problem with this is there's no size diversity. So you can have diversity, That's fine. You can show these women, these hot, beautiful women, but there's no size diversity. Gap has plus size jeans. There should be bigger people within the dancers, and don't come up with excuses because there are so many dancers in all different sizes. Representation, especially now, matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They started the great jeans war, but everybody who's like diversity, everybody who was so against the Sydney Sweeney ad, it didn't matter that Gap jeans brought Cat's Eye and diversity along with it. They're like, no, it's not enough. It's never going to be enough. And I think that that's why you should stop, catering to these people, because it's never going to be enough. You can have this diverse group like Cat's Eye come and promote Gap jeans, starting the great jeans war of 2025. But it's not going to be enough, right? All the people who complain about Sydney Sweeney are now getting a Gap jeans commercial with Cat's Eye, a very diverse group, a girl group, but it's not enough because they're too skinny. They're too skinny. Even the dancers in the background, they're just way too skinny. We need even more diversity. So it's like that. What's that kid's book? If you give a mouse a cookie, right? You give them here, we'll give you some diversity, but it's not enough. They're gonna want more. They're gonna want more and more and more and more. So you know what? Just stop feeding them. All right. Just stop marketing to them. Do your own thing. Just do your own thing. It's perfectly fine. American Eagle had the Sydney Sweeney commercials. They didn't apologize for it. And you know what? Gap is doing a jeans ad with Cat's Eye, a girl group, or is it a K-pop group? I think it's a K-pop group, a very diverse K-pop group, and people are still not happy with it. They're still not happy with it. So it's like, you know what? Just do your own thing. Just run your ads. Don't even worry about the people that are complaining. Run your ads. Don't apologize for it. And the people that are going to shop at your store are going to continue to shop at your store, or you're going to get some new people to come and shop at your store because you're featuring this girl group or you're featuring Sydney Sweeney. But the ones that aren't going to shop there, they're already not shopping there. So you might as well just, and those are the ones that are complaining, right? They're already not going to shop there because they're like, and I've seen people complaining about the prices of Gap jeans too. So they already don't know the store, they don't know the prices, they don't shop there, so why cater to them? Even though they're complaining loudly, but who cares? Because they're already not going to shop there, so you might as well just don't even bother. I just think it's funny. I just think this is funny. Oh my gosh, this is in response to Sydney Sweeney. It's a great commercial. I freaking love this commercial. It's such a good commercial. But the fact that they're like, it's in response to the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad. When did that excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups. Why am I getting the hiccups? What's up, Laserborn? How's it going? When did the Sydney Sweeney ad come out? Pleasing your customers is how you get success. Yeah, for sure. When did this, like 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks? I feel like it was a month ago, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Stuff happens. And it comes into my mind, leaves my mind. When did it come out? Like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I don't even know. Yeah, because you're still pissed off from last time and haven't had time to vent. Nah, not really. It does, doesn't it? It feels like years ago that this happened. But yeah, to organize this type of thing, it's not in response to the Sydney Sweeney ad. All right. To organize this type of thing with the girl group, dressing them, doing their hairstyles, coming up with the choreography, coming up with the camera angles, the camera shots, getting all of the dancers there, having multiple takes. This takes a lot of preparation. And it's not like Gap saw the Sydney Sweeney ad and said, we need to put this together in like a week and a half. That just doesn't happen. It takes a whole lot of coordination. And then, there's a release schedule as well. So all of this stuff is planned ahead of time. It's not in response to the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad. That's just dumb if you believe that. Oh my God, I almost ended the stream. I almost ended the stream. Fucking stop sharing. Why can't I? Oh, I don't like this new StreamYard stuff. Nope. Nope. I did. I almost ended the stream. Because I wanted to hit like stop sharing. I almost ended the stream. All right, I can get rid of this whole window now. I want to watch that commercial. Oh my gosh, that trailer for Good Boy. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, because I haven't seen it yet, and I kind of want to watch it. I saw it. Good Boy trailer. I saw that it released, and I was like, oh my gosh. 3 days ago. Yeah, there it is. 3 days ago. So this is a trailer. This is a horror movie from a dog's point of view. Hold on. Let me pull this up really quickly. Good Boy. I don't like it. I wonder how it's gonna be. Hold on, let me find. Oh, here it is. Okay. Good Boy. Where's Good Boy? Here it is. All right. So the first trailer for Good Boy dropped 3 days ago? Yeah, like 3 days ago. It's described as a horror film shot from the perspective of a dog who sees his owner haunted by supernatural spirits. Named as one of the most heartbreaking horror films of 2025 with a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It goes to theaters in October, on October 3rd. October 3rd. It's October 3rd. And the director actually cast his own dog. The director explains why he cast his own dog, Indy, and he said, I ended up acting with him for a decent part of the movie. He loves the character because I'm playing the character and he loves me. He's method. That's actually kind of adorable. But not only that, after the trailer came out, Google searches for "Does the dog die in Good Boy?" spiked by 2,000% since the first trailer dropped. So we're gonna watch the trailer. Obviously, people don't like bad things happening to dogs in movies. Now, obviously, like if the dog dies, he's not dead in real life, right? But remember, like in Superman, where I think it was the engineer who punched Crypto, and like audiences didn't react well to her punching Crypto, so they took it out of the movie. It was supposed to be a part in the movie where she punches Crypto, and they took it out of the movie because the audience, like test audiences, responded negatively to that. But like I understand when I'm going into a movie, it's not actually happening to a real dog. You know, even though they put like the squeal in there, and you know, people love dogs. I understand that, but I also understand that it is a movie. It's not real. They're not actually harming this dog. So if people are wondering if the dog dies and that's going to be like their basis for going to watch the movie, like I'm not going to go watch it if the dog dies. I don't know. Like that's I get it. People love dogs, and you know, you don't want to watch things that are heartbreaking, but at the same time, it is a movie, so you understand that it's not real. The dog isn't dead. In fact, he's the director's dog. He's alive and well. But I get it. I understand people don't like seeing bad things happen to animals on screen, but I don't know. In any movie, hundreds of humans die. A good movie. One dog dies and it's so heartbreaking. I know. Except Milo and Otis. Oh, dogs and cats. You know what movie I love is Homeward Bound. I love that movie. That movie is such a great movie. And when I watched that as a kid, yeah, like I thought that the dog died at the end because he didn't come when Chase came, you know, and the older son was like waiting. He was waiting for him to come, and he's just like, it's okay. He wouldn't have lasted. And I know he's, you know, he's an older dog. I get it. He understood that. He was about to accept that, you know, and go through that grief of that. And then you see his dog coming around, and I was just like, oh my God, he's alive. You know, Shadow's alive. It was great, but you know, if he had died, it would have taught you a lesson, you know, that, you know, dogs don't live forever. And that other movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven, it's such a great movie. And it's very sad, but you understand that, pets can't live forever, but they're always going to be with you in your heart. And, I think that that's an important lesson, and it's a hard lesson because, pets become members of your family and stuff. But I don't know, basing whether or not you're going to go to see a movie off of, and it's a horror movie, off of whether or not the dog actually dies in the movie. It's not necessarily silly to me, because I get it. People love pets, people love animals, people love dogs and cats, but still, a part of me is just like, it's just a movie. Just go and watch it like any other scary movie. But let's watch the trailer. Hold on, I have to stop sharing this and just share this one screen, so that way we can have the audio as well. Here we go. Look at the little puppy right there. Kara's in the chat. Hi, Kara. I just got a notification that something has been delivered to you. Oh, thank you, Kara. I'm gonna I'll go and check the mail after this. When my stream is over, I'll go check the mail. I bought my very first Wooble. And I'm learning to crochet. So I'm making this little guy right here. Hold on. I'm making this little guy right here. I'm making Pierre the Penguin. This is what I'm making. I know how to, I've never learned how to crochet. My grandma knew how to crochet. She made me 3 blankets. I have a pink blanket, a purple blanket, and a green blanket. So I never learned how to crochet, but she knew how to do it. But my grandma taught me how to sew. So like, I can make clothes, I can sew, I can make clothes, pillowcases, blankets. Like, I'm good there. But I don't know how to crochet. And she taught me how to sew, like hand sew. So like, I could hand sew. I've hand sewn pillowcases and a whole dress before. And then also with like a sewing machine. But I haven't done that in a long time. My sewing machine is stored away. I haven't even taken it out. I haven't even taken it out forever. So yeah, I haven't done that in forever. The hardest thing that I've ever sewn, this is the hardest thing that I've ever sewn, was for my niece when she loved Frozen. She loved Frozen. And at the time, I think like at the time, could you get the Elsa dress? I don't remember. You could get the Elsa dress, but it was like the princess style, and she wanted it just like Elsa in the movie. And so as a surprise, I sewed her the Elsa dress just like in the movie, and I had to get like different kinds of material to make that. And the cape was like the hardest thing that I found. I could not get. I tried sewing it with the sewing machine and like hand stitching it, and it just kept falling apart. So that was the hardest thing for me to sew. But she loved it and she wore it a lot. So yeah. But Twitter told me yesterday that crochet is stupid and none should have access to make nerdy things. Oh, whatever. It's not stupid. It's a skill. It is a skill. Oh, that's right. I saw that you bought the D&D Woobles. That's cool. Dogging on D&D for releasing a crochet pattern book. It's a nothing. Oh. Yeah, that's dumb. It's just more ways to, get stuff from an IP that you love. Crochet it. Like, I don't know why people are like that, but whatever. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I don't know why people are like that, but it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. Everybody has their own thing that they love doing, right? Everybody has their own thing that they love doing. They should do it and not have to deal with something like that, but whatever. I think that's a skill. That's a great skill to do. Like, my grandma, when she was teaching me all that, she's like, you're going to have to learn how to do this, for your kids, for your grandbabies. And I was just like, all right. At the time, I was like, whatever, I'm learning. Okay, whatever. My aunt taught me how to embroider, which was really fun. So I know how to do that. I did like one thing. She taught me how to do it, and I did like one thing, and I never embroidered again. Because I was just like, this is easy. It's not challenging. So I was like, nah. Like, okay, thank you. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do it again. So I'd love to see all the people bitching trying to crochet. I think that is super cute though. Hold on, let me stop sharing this. Let me pull up your tweet. I like that crochet kit that you got. Dude, whoops. Look, so this is the thing. Announcing the first D&D crochet book. I don't understand why people be so against this. It's so stupid. Why would they be upset at that? Crochet your favorite creatures, wearables, and household items with 20 patterns inspired by D&D multiverse. Like, why would people be upset about that? It's fucking crochet. It's like people being upset that statues are being made of their favorite D&D items and stuff. Like, it's so dumb. It's so ridiculous. And then care about it. Do I know a ton about D&D? Nope. Did I pre-order this so I can make the creatures for my friends who do? Absolutely. Like, a heartfelt thing to do. She's going to try and make these things for people who love D&D, and they're going to be gifts, and people have an issue with that. That's so dumb. By the way, congratulations to Sir Charles Kingsley the Smoosh for graduating after 18 years. I was going to say 18 years. 18 weeks of training. Look at this baby boy. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. Look at his little graduation cap. All right, I gotta stop sharing that. That's so cute. I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so adorable. All right, let's go back. Let's go back and watch this trailer. Speaking of doggos. Good boy. All right, let's watch this trailer. Here we go. Get him. Look who's here. Okay, you know what? I'm already getting a little freaked out, and here's why. There are times when, like, my dog will just stare at the wall, or he'll be in the hallway and he'll just, like, be staring down the hallway. And I'm looking at him and I'm just like, what is he staring at? Like, he won't move. Even if I, like, walk near him, he won't move. He'll just be staring down the hallway at something. Or there's times when he will, like, be staring at the wall. And it freaks me out. It really freaks me out. So I don't know. This movie, it's probably going to remind me of things that my dog does. Oh my God. Stop it. My dog does that too. Like, when he thinks he hears something and I didn't hear anything. And, like, we'll both be on the couch or something. And then he'll stand up straight and go, woof. Oh my God, no. I don't know. That's exactly how he stands, like, with his tail down and everything. Oh my God. Oh no, that freak. I didn't think we were gonna see, like, actual ghosts. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God.
guess I'm next. I should never have come here.
Did you see that behind him? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? This might be really, really good. It's freaking me out already, and I'm wow.
Never have come here.
This reminds me of okay, what's that movie with Bruce Willis and the I See Dead People? What is that movie? Why can't I think of that movie? Oh my goodness. Because it's that movie, but with a dog. The Sixth Sense. Thank you. That reminds me of that movie. This reminds me of that movie, The Sixth Sense. It's The Sixth Sense, but with a dog. The dog sees dead people. The dog is affected by the dead people. It is The Sixth Sense, but with a dog. And that The Sixth Sense was already freaky because it was a child, and and kids like seeing ghosts. It's already creepy. With a dog, though, like you don't know what he's thinking. He can't speak. He can't do anything but like bark and whine and run away and like breathe heavily, put his tail between his legs. Like you don't know what the dog is thinking, what he wants to say. So it's all just emotive from a dog. Oh my goodness. This is creepy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go and see this. I don't know. It sounds interesting. I love the premise of it. But we didn't even see the owner. We didn't see the owner in this movie. And it says that the owner is the one that's haunted. The owner of the house, his owner is haunted by all of these entities. Does the owner see them as well? And it's the point of view of the dog. So are we going to see the owner? I don't know. This freaks me out. I don't know. Kara's not going to go see it. It's Cujo meets The Sixth Sense. Well, doesn't Cujo get rabies? I've never actually watched Cujo. But doesn't he get rabies? And he attacks the owner. Like he tries to attack his owners because he gets rabies. Oh my god. This is Sixth Sense, but with a dog. This is creepy. Oh, and to hear him squeal, I can understand. Now I understand. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this. All right. After watching that trailer, now I understand why the Google searches for "Does the dog die in Good Boy" spiked by over 2,000%. Now I get it. After watching the trailer, I finally get it. Am I going to go and see that movie? I don't know. I might go and see it, but I honestly don't know. Because I already don't like scary movies. But a scary movie like this, that it's going to be a lot of tension. There's going to be a lot of tension there because this dog is reacting to things around him. And he can't talk, he can't do anything like that. It's all just him reacting to something. So that's going to be a very tense movie. And I can already tell there's going to be tons of jump scares. So like having that tension combined with a bunch of jump scares, that is a recipe for no. It's a recipe for a no, a big old nope from me. But at the same time, I'm very curious. So the curiosity might get the best of me, and I might actually go and see this movie. But I don't know. I still don't know. I'm going to make the decision in October when this movie comes out, because this movie comes out on October 3rd. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I watch it. But so far, it's freaking creepy as hell. Do it. I can't. I have to go see it with people. So that's what I'm going to do. If I can't go see it with people, then I'm not going to see it. That's the thing. If I can't see it with people, I'm not going to see it. Because there's no way that I can watch this by myself. You need to somehow force Miki go watch this movie. Oh, I need to somehow force Mike to go and see it. I don't know. You know what I want to do? I want to play the Outlast Trials with Mike and Disbrew. I think that would be so much fun. Can you play the Outlast Trials with more than 2 people? Because I want to play that with Mike and Disbrew. That would be so much fun. That would be a lot of fun. I don't want this kind of stuff. Bad energy. I don't need any more of it. See, this is something that I won't watch like in my house, but I'll go watch it in the theater. Maybe. Maybe. Really didn't. I didn't watch Cujo. Yeah. I didn't watch Cujo. Kara's like, I'm a wimp. I'm not going. Yeah, I didn't watch Cujo. They play it with 3? Oh, okay, cool. Watch it early in the morning. That's if I'm ever watching something scary, that's when I will watch it. I will watch it during the day. That's why, like, when I play Outlast, I was like, I'll play it like when the sun is still out, to give myself some calm down time afterwards, so I'm not scared. But it takes me like 2 hours to go through like maybe 10 minutes of gameplay. I'm that much of a wimp. What is Shudder? I'll watch it on Shudder. What is Shudder? Is that a streaming thing? I don't know what Shudder is. Oh my, this is a movie that I want to go see. Let's go. Dinosaurs in War. Have you guys seen the Primitive War trailer? Oh my goodness. Hold on. We got to pull it up. I'm going to see Primitive War in 2 hours. The dinosaur movie. I want to go and see that. I need to go and see. It came out today. I thought it came out yesterday, and I looked for hold on. Let me get the Primitive War. We're gonna pull up the trailer. I thought it came out yesterday. I was looking for showings for yesterday, but it doesn't come out. It comes out today. The dinosaurs look really good in it too. I'm looking forward to that movie. I want to go and see it. It looks fun. It looks so silly and fun. All right, here we go. Look, I'm going to show you why I'm excited. This reminds me of one of like those FX movies, or one of those movies that are like on the Sci-Fi Channel that get released on the Sci-Fi Channel, you know, or they go like straight to DVD or straight to Blu-ray. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of like a Sharktopus movie or a Sharknado movie, things like that. You know, like you have like Megalodon versus, I don't know, like a prehistoric shark versus a gigantic alligator or something like that. That's what this movie reminds me of. You know, it reminds me of stuff like that. Velocipaster, yes. That's what this movie reminds me of. I don't know how they get to this island of dinosaurs. I don't know if they go back in time. I don't know if this is just like a remote island that has dinosaurs on it. No clue, but I don't care. It is war and it is dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs look good.
I heard you got to. Nice work, Baker.
And it has him in it. It's got this guy. What is his name? I can't remember his name. He played Jason Stackhouse in True Blood. Dude, I love True Blood. I loved that show. I hated how it ended because it ended really, really stupid. And I think like True Blood probably peaked in maybe like season 3 or season 4. But I liked his character. I liked Jason Stackhouse. All right. Anyways, I can't remember his name though.
You gotta be a lunatic if you're gonna be a vulture. Let's see what you guys think of this next mission.
3 days ago, I lost my Green Berets. We're gonna drop you in right here in that valley.
Okay, so they lost the Green Berets. So it's just a remote island of dinosaurs? True Blood is one of my guilty pleasures. I own it on. Yeah, I own all the seasons of True Blood as well. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. Every now and then, like maybe every like couple of years, I'll put True Blood on. Brian Quanten, that's his name. Yeah, that's his name. This has Kong Skull Island vibes. Maybe, yeah. I think they just like dropped them off on this island that has dinosaurs on it for some reason.
Got our job. Find those Green Berets.
You've got one piece of the puzzle.
Ooh, look at that big old feather.
One female Russian survivor.
You know what? I'm happy that this is being made because dinosaurs are becoming scary again. Like, I feel like in Jurassic Park, like they nerfed the velociraptors, so they're no longer scary. Same thing with the T-Rex. They kind of nerfed the T-Rex. He's just like the dinosaur that comes in at the end to save the humans from whatever's attacking them. And then like Blue with the velociraptors, they turned them into like pets that you can own, which was really dumb because velociraptors were never that. They were like the scariest dinosaurs on the island, the most threatening because they were incredibly smart and they can coordinate and speak to each other. And they completely nerfed the velociraptors and turned them into like cute little dogs that you can own and train, which was probably one of the worst ideas that they had. But whatever. Alongside the T-Rex just coming in and saving the day at the very end, the nerfing of velociraptors just made dinosaurs not scary, you know?
By all kinds of prehistoric beasts. We need an emergency extract from the zoo.
And that's not an option.
Look, the dinosaurs kind of are maybe a little bit like historically accurate because they had feathers, and so far I'm seeing like during those flashes a lot of the dinosaurs have feathers on them, which is cool, and they were holding a feather. Like, ooh, what does this big feather belong to? Oh my god.
Listen, my mission is to get my men home, not fight dinosaurs.
Come on. The dinosaurs look so good and threatening. Let's go.
I'm gonna go find them, dead or alive.
Oh, look, are those the velociraptors? Maybe not, but they have feathers. That's actually pretty cool. Are those velociraptors? Are? Because that's actually pretty cool if they made them like accurate.
We won't survive an hour. Your men will die.
Better get fueled up and get ready.
We're doing what you.
This looks so good. Those are the velociraptors. What dino movie is this? This is Primitive War. That's what this is.
We're probably all gonna die screaming because of.
Whoa. Okay, this looks terrible. That's a really bad shot. They're like walking on the water. It's probably the worst shot of the trailer. It looks like I think that they're in the water, but the water's like not moving around them like it should be. So it doesn't look very good. Okay, it doesn't look very good. Oh my god.
You talk about that screaming and dying bit.
But this looks good. All right, this looks good. Looks threatening. They got blood in their mouth. Oh my gosh, I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna go and see this movie. If not today, then tomorrow. I'm definitely seeing Primitive War. This looks so good. This looks so good. I love that movie. It's probably going to, there's gonna be like really bad like CGI. CGI might be a little wonky. But I actually like that they did probably some accurate dinosaurs in this movie. So it's, who knows, who cares what the story is, dude? It's like war and dinosaurs. Like that's it. It's war and dinosaurs. It's what, oh my gosh, what is his name? Hoskins. It's what that guy Hoskins wanted in Jurassic World, where he's like, can you imagine these guys in a war? That's what this movie is. They took that idea, that premise, and we're like, you know what? Let's do it. Dinosaurs and war. Primitive War. That's what we got. 2 to 3 foot raptors. Yeah. I think it looks good. I mean, dinosaurs and war. Who knows? I'm not going in there expecting a masterpiece, but still, it looks pretty good. It still looks pretty good. We had War in Kong and it wasn't good. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going in there expecting a masterpiece. Like, this looks silly. And I'm here for that. I'm here for the silliness. I'm here for the silliness. Let me go to Tom Cruise's Twitter. Tom Cruise. Na, 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 na. And the Mission Impossible one. Mission Impossible did something kind of cool the other day. Yesterday? Was it yesterday, I think? All right, here we go. Mission Impossible did something pretty cool. I didn't get to see it because I saw it late. I saw it late, so I can't see it now. But that's okay. Oh my gosh, hold on, wait. I have to pull up that bookmark. Boom, 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 boom. Let me pull up that bookmark because it's not pulled up yet. Did I bookmark it? I better have bookmarked it. Why did I bookmark this? Oh, did I bookmark it? Stop it. I didn't bookmark it. Now I have to search for it again. Fuck. Hold on, I'll find it. I found it once, I can find it again. Maybe I liked it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Angry. I'm not angry. I'm just mad at myself. I didn't bookmark it. You're getting ready for a wedding? Weddings are fun. Weddings are a lot of fun. I like going to weddings and dancing. Weddings are fun. Mission Impossible trolls fans with a full movie on YouTube, but with a oh, fuck you. But with a fuck, stop it. All I want to do is highlight, but with a twist. Mission Impossible trolls fans with full movie on YouTube, but with a twist. Tom Cruise fans might need quite a bit of training before enjoying Paramount's free YouTube version of The Final Reckoning. And they put this out yesterday. The mission was compromised, so we had one mission left. Release everything. Full movie on YouTube now. Happy National Radio Day. So that's why they released it on YouTube. They released the full movie on YouTube, but with a little bit of a twist. The stream is no longer available. So what they did was they put the movie on YouTube. They streamed the entire movie, and it says this: a secure live stream of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning full movie is running now, but the entity has infiltrated every major streaming platform, so this live stream was compromised. The full script had to be transmitted in Morse code to avoid detection. We need your help decoding it. Your mission begins now. It was the full movie. It was the entire full movie, but it was delivered in Morse code. And then right here, the entity removed it. So hold on, wait. Let me share this really quickly because I can't share sound when I share in my entire window, which is stupid. But yeah, it was the entire movie. Paramount is currently streaming the entirety of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning in the form of Morse code to avoid detection from the entity. It's a neat idea. It's a really cool idea. They put it out for National Radio Day. That was a cool idea, and there were actually people in the chat listening to it. Is it a troll? Is it a troll? Maybe it could be considered a troll. They did it for National Radio Day. I thought that was pretty cool. you know, it was your chance to learn Morse code and decode the full Mission Impossible movie, which was pretty cool. I liked it. I like that they did that. And it was also to promote. Hold on, wait, let me share this. So they put it out for National Radio Day, and it was also to promote this week's digital release of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. But you needed to be skilled at Morse code in order to truly appreciate it. I still like that they did that. They put out the full movie in Morse code. That's pretty good. That was pretty cool that they did that. Tom Cruise, on the other hand, hold on, wait. Tom Cruise to promote the release of it, put this out. Thank you, McHugh, and our entire cast and crew for this experience of a lifetime. I hope everyone enjoys all of the extras, and it gives some greater insight into what it takes to make a Mission Impossible film. So he put some behind the scenes.
What it is. I've trained for over a year to be able to physically handle the amount of oxygen deprivation. I'm always surprised by what it is we're doing. That's the amazing thing about this franchise. It's all about constantly pushing the envelope as far as we can.
So Tom Cruise promoted it with, behind the scenes footage, really awesome. And then they did the whole Morse code, put it out for Morse code because it released on National Radio Day. So what better way to do that than to promote the movie and put it out via Morse code? I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was neat. The cute little thing that they did. I wonder if anybody, because like there was a live chat. Hang on, let me see if I can pull. I wish I had known about this. I wish I had known about this and gone and looked at the chat because they did have a live chat. They did have a live chat going. And it's like, what the fuck? LOL. Because there were some people that were like, hey, heads up. Paramount is putting out the full Mission Impossible movie on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. They're promoting it as like, hey, they're going to put out the movie on YouTube. And then when they dropped it on YouTube, it was all in Morse code. So there were some people that were like, what the fuck? Somebody help. I don't even know Morse code. What the fuck? It's Morse code. So people liked it, but people were also like, wait, what? We can't watch it for free on YouTube. So there was a lot of confusion to it as well. But it was still a really cool idea. It was still a really cool idea. I liked it. All right, let me go. Got rid of that. Got rid of it. Ouch, my arm hurts. Holy crap. Listen, the other day, I went to the gym. And I did arms, and I think I don't know what I did to my elbow or how I did it, but I can't straighten it out. Maybe I'll just go to the gym today and work out, and it'll fix itself. It'll fix itself. They do be putting full movies on YouTube now, so I get the confusion. Yeah, they do. There was a lot of confusion. I think that like Morse code is probably like a lost idea, lost thing. Nobody knows it. Like, nobody knows Morse code anymore. So you want to talk about Lego Batman now? I was going to talk about Orlando Bloom. I still need to pull up some Lego Batman things. Hold on. We'll talk about Lego Batman. Let me pull up all the tabs for Lego Batman. Because I have them all bookmarked. Should we go through oh my gosh. Should we go through my bookmarks? Oh, we still need to talk about Cracker Barrel too. Fucking Cracker Barrel. Fucking Cracker Barrel. Stupid. It's so stupid what they did. We're rebranding. Yeah. We're rebranding. So dumb. Let's see. Pulling it up, pulling stuff up. Lego Batman. Let me pull up the trailer. Lego Batman. All right, I have all of my Lego stuff pulled up. It's all pulled up now. But will we talk about it yet? I don't know. Dude, I'm going to share some funny stuff with you really quickly before we move on, because I saw that stuff just comes across my feed and I laugh at it like by myself. It's kind of sad, but whatever. Where did my bookmarks go? Like I don't I don't even know. This is the stupidest thing, okay? It's the stupidest thing to laugh at. I didn't know that these things were taken away and that they were brought back. No clue. Had no clue. But KFC put this tweet out and they're like, "Here, damn." And it's a potato wedge. It's the French fried potato wedges. I had no, they just put here, damn. It's like, you asked a lot and we listen. Wedges are back. It's a potato wedge. And then Popeyes commented underneath it. They're like, chill. And then they reply, get a load of this guy. That's so stupid, but I don't know why I saw that and I started laughing. Like, who is running these accounts? Because some of these Twitter accounts are hilarious. Yeah, like they're just so funny. Like I love when like they just reply to people out of nowhere. They're so funny. Whoever's handling some of the Twitter accounts, like I think like Oreo, even Popeyes. I've seen a few funny ones come from Popeyes. They're just so funny. They're so funny. Yeah, they were selling fries for a while now. I hated them. Glad the wedges are back. I had no idea. Wendy's is best. Wendy's trolls a lot. The Wendy's is best. Yeah, Wendy's trolls a lot. I just thought this was so funny. Cause like it's just a picture of a wedge fry. It's like, here, damn, like stop bugging us. Leave us alone. Fine. Take it. I just started laughing. Oh wait, hold on, wait. I'm gonna quote it. It's so funny. I don't know why I just started laughing. Here, damn. Oh, and then and then Taylor Swift, right? So that was on August 11th. On August 12th, Taylor Swift announced like her new album and all her songs on it. And then they put "We Can't Get 24 Hours" as the main character, Taylor. It's so dumb. And it says the main character has and always will be the herbs and spices and the delicious golden chicken. They put correct. KFC, can you please kiss me on the mouth? Not today. Like, it's so stupid. You are that fast? I don't think so. It says we have main character energy. Okay, like it's so stupid. I don't know why I was laughing so hard at it, but I was. Okay, but I was. I think Domino's has the best trolling. Them or Wendy's. I haven't seen Domino's. I guess I need to look up Domino's, but it was so funny. Here, damn. Oh my god. Yes, the chicken. Stupid can be funny. It was so stupid. But yeah, the chicken's always the main character. I don't know why this came across my feed, but it did. This has 66 million impressions. Look at this. Oh, 666. Hold on, I gotta get it off my screen. Stop sharing. Get out of here. 66 million impressions is wild. That is so crazy. Do you want to talk about Cracker Barrel real quick? Hold on, let me. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that because we already talked about Good Boy. Good Boy. Let's talk some Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel did something stupid, but I have to pull up all the bookmarks. Hang on. Cracker Barrel be dumb. I bookmarked it all, and then I was trying to go through and find a bunch of different articles for the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff that I want to talk about, and then the Disney stuff that I want to talk about. That a lot of the Cracker Barrel stuff, like I didn't get to pull it up, but I have them all bookmarked, so we're still good. Like I just have to go to my bookmarks, and I have like I don't know 6 or 7. I just have to pull them all up. It takes a little bit of time, but it should be fine. Takes a little bit of time to pull up all the bookmarks, but it's cool. Where are they at? It's cool. What did those crackheads do? They changed their logo, and it's stupid. I don't know why companies do that. I don't know why companies do that. It's kind of dumb. Okay, final bookmark. Where did you go? Where'd you go? Oh, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna share my entire window. This one. All right, look. This picture went viral like a few days before we saw the Cracker Barrel redesign, the Cracker Barrel logo redesign. Someone had posted these like going side by side, and they're like, "What is happening to Cracker Barrel? It looks so plain. There's nothing exciting about it anymore. All of its personality is gone. It just looks like your everyday." Like normal restaurant. It looks so boring now. Whereas like when you go to Cracker Barrel, you'd sit down, you could like there was stuff to see everywhere. You could like look around, your eye just wanders. And I love restaurants like that where like you can sort of like look at everything that they have on the wall. It adds personality. You know, it's pretty awesome to have. It's pretty awesome and rare to have those types of restaurants. And Cracker Barrel hasn't really like had any updating to it. It's always been like the same logo, the same interior, everything looked the same. There was like a little shop that you would go to, and then there was the restaurant, right? Every Cracker Barrel looked the same, and it has been that way for the longest time. And then Cracker Barrel got a nice little redesign. All right, let me find the redesign. It's giving Land O'Lakes butter. This was the Cracker Barrel redesign. Cracker Barrel old country store with the little barrel and the man sitting in the chair, right? And then now it's just this. Cracker Barrel. It's so dumb. And they're like, oh, look, but it's in a barrel because it's the shape of a barrel. You get it? Cracker Barrel, it's in a barrel. Haha, you get it? It's such a dumb redesign. There's no personality to it. And it really takes away from it being like the old country store. You know, it's supposed to like give you like this sense of like nostalgia, but they're taking all of that away because we don't want to be exclusive by having this white man sitting in a chair next to a barrel. You know, we wanted to make sure that Cracker Barrel is inviting. So let's remove the white guy sitting in the chair, leaning up against a barrel, and let's just have it say Cracker Barrel. Like that, like that's it. Cracker Barrel inside of a barrel. Like that's it. There's nothing to it. And yeah, a lot of people are pointing out that like, oh, let's just remove the Native American from Land O'Lakes butter and you know, just keep Land O'Lakes. Like it's giving, it has that type of an energy. And so now you have oh, hold on, wait, before we get to the Cracker Barrel stock, hang on. Matt Walsh said, by the way, Cracker Barrel enlisted 3 marketing agencies to come up with their new logo and remodel. 3 agencies collaborated for months to make their brand more generic. The marketing industry is completely fake. It's a $500 billion scam. And then we had, wait, where is it? And then we had this. Here is CEO Julie Fels Messino says that people love their new rebrand. Honestly, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. he ends it by saying, the logo is depressing. But let's hear her what she has to say. And I have to reshare that stupid thing because you can't get audio when I share my full screen. So let's hear what she has to say about the rebrand and why she's so excited about it.
Overwhelmingly positive that people honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members.
It's not good. Like, fans hate it. Fans hate the remodel. They do not like it. They don't like the new logo change. Every time a logo gets changed, there's backlash to that rebrand, to that rebranded logo. You know, people are like, why is it so plain? Why is everything so plain? Nothing has personality anymore. There's always backlash to it. So it boggles my mind as to why they do that. You have tradition in your logo. Just keep it. There's nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with the restaurant. There was nothing wrong with the store. There was nothing wrong with the logo. They just wanted to change it. Like, I feel like a lot of these people coming into these companies, they want to put their stamp on something. They want to put their mark on something, even though it's not technically theirs. You know, they didn't start the company. They were just hired into the company. So like, they're the ones that want to be responsible for something different, something new. They want to be responsible for the rebrand so they can be like, look, that's me putting my mark on something that didn't belong to me in the first place, and that I didn't help build, that I didn't build from the ground up. I just want to put my mark on something and, you know, be responsible for this rebrand. You know, I want to say I'm the one responsible for doing this. It's like, okay, lady, now we know where to place the blame, because there was nothing wrong with Cracker Barrel before. You just had to go in there and try and remodel it and put your stamp on it and say, like, look, now we're truly inclusive, when it was already inviting and inclusive to begin with. The restaurant was very homey. It was already very inviting. There was no reason to change it. And for her to be like, the people that we were listening to, it wasn't the customers, it was the people that were working there, the people that are internally working there that don't want to get fired. So they're going to say the things that I want to hear so that I don't get fired, right? Like, instead of listening to your customer base, we're going to listen to the people that want to say the right things to protect their jobs. Like, that makes no sense.
They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be
here.
here.
Thank you for answering those questions for all the Cracker Barrel fans out there. And a lot of great changes.
Thank you so
much. Not really a lot, because they're receiving a lot of backlash for the change, and it's reflecting in the Cracker Barrel stock. Just in, Cracker Barrel stock nosedives 14% after they unveiled their new bland logo. The company decided to ditch its iconic logo as part of its new rebrand, prompting harsh backlash. But CEO Julie Fells Messino is convinced that people love the changes. The company is also remodeling its restaurants and ditching its iconic interior of country-themed trinkets and dark woods. Like they think that country themed is automatically like racist for whatever reason. I don't know why they think that. You know, like, having old-timey country things is considered racist. Like, and they're like, no, we have to update it so it doesn't feel exclusive. Like, it can feel inclusive and want to come here. I want to hear what this guy had. I didn't listen to this. Hold on. Let's listen to this. I have to stop sharing it. Wait, no, I don't actually. At it. I hate it. I don't like how it looks. It's cold now. Like, painting it white. Oh, it was this video. This is the video that went viral. This one right here. This lady shared the interior of Cracker Barrel when she went to the restaurant, and this video went viral.
Yeah, how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing.
Saw on the internet, dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the...
It's so stupid. Like, the Jim Crow South, and that's what it looks like. That's probably why. If this person said, like, it looks like Jim Crow South, it evokes the racism. And that's what I love about it. That thinking right there is why it got a remodel. Like, it's just supposed to feel old timey country. Like that's how it's supposed to feel because it's very welcoming aesthetic. When you think of like old country times, you feel like everybody was welcome. Like, you know what I mean? But that's why it got a remodel.
Rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on,
Although I love that. I love that he's saying that because he can say that. And yes, it's the Southern hospitality. Thank you. Yes. It's the Southern hospitality. That's what it evokes. But I like that he can say this and be like, I'll still eat there, even though it looks like that.
the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy, when I go in with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, a IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I gotta ask this question.
A place I don't want to be at. But yeah, their stock took a nosedive, and you know, I'm fine with that. Let it be that way. But something else also got that is in the Cracker Barrel. You know how you go in the Cracker Barrel and they have the peg game? The peg game, that also got a remodel, which was stupid. It also changed the peg game to make dumb people feel better when they do poorly. This was the old one, right? And it says jump all but one game. Jump each tee and remove it. Leave only one. You're genius. Leave two and you're pretty smart. Leave three and you're just plain dumb. Leave four or more and you're just plain ignoramus. Right? That's what it used to say. Now, and people played this game. It was just a thing that you did in Cracker Barrel. It was there on the table. Now it says, this got an upgrade. Cracker Barrel. Leave only one, and you're a genius. Leave two, rocking the chair, but not the game. Leave three or more. No reason to be embarrassed. Try again. Oh, here you go. Here's your participation medal. It's totally fine. The redesign of Cracker Barrel was unnecessary. It was dumb. It was done for, you know, the reason of like, oh, inclusivity. We want to make sure everybody feels inclusive. Everybody already felt that way. They took all of the personality out of Cracker Barrel. They took all the personality out of the Cracker Barrel logo, and they're facing some backlash. And now that the CEO has come out and said like, oh, well, this is the reason we did it. Now we know who to go to. Now we know who to blame for this horrible redesign of Cracker Barrel. It's so dumb. It's so unnecessary. And I really hope that companies just stop doing it. Stop messing with things that don't need to be messed with. Stop. Everybody gets a participation trophy. Lame and gay. It's totally lame, totally gay. What the? Yeah, they even changed the peg game. It's so stupid. This game called me stupid. like who cares? It's just there. Who cares? It's so dumb. It's a peg game. It's a game with like little tees, with little golf tees. My 8-year-old daughter loves the peg game. Oh, I got the hiccups. and laughs when she is an ignoramus. Oh man. They changed that. Mm-hmm. Jay had strong feelings about the peg game. Did he? What did he say about the peg game? Hiccups. I know. I don't know why I do that, but I do that. It's very frustrating. I get frustrated. I get the hiccups. Whoops. I get frustrated. I get the hiccups. Oh yeah. What is his name? The guy that I have in the thumbnail on the far right side. What is his name? Oh my gosh. What is his name? Poor Steph got the I got the hiccups again. Glen Powell, that's his name. Glen Powell. Ouch. Mm. No, we'll go to people. Let's see. Let me just get this Orlando Bloom thing out of the way. Because Orlando Bloom, Glen, yes, thank you. Elbow pop. My shoulder popped. My shoulder. Did you hear that? Did you hear my shoulder pop? Did you hear my shoulder pop? Oh my gosh. My shoulder pop. I can You did. You heard my shoulder pop? Oh my gosh, was it that loud? I didn't realize it was that loud. Holy crap. Whoa. I thought it wasn't that. So I can dislocate my shoulders to pop them. It's just a weird thing that I've always been able to do. And like when I dislocate it, like there's like a hole in my shoulder. My mom told me to stop doing it when I was little because she said if I kept doing it, then when I got older, I was gonna like develop arthritis. So she told me to stop like popping my fingers and stuff and my joints because I could pop my elbows and my shoulders and my fingers. And she's like, you need to stop doing that. You're gonna develop arthritis. And I was like, oh, but I still do it. Like it's just a thing. But when I dislocate my shoulder, there's like a hole when I do that. But in order to pop my shoulder, like I'll want to pop my shoulder, so I'll dislocate it, and that's why you heard that. You heard the pop. You heard the pop because you didn't listen to your mom. I didn't listen to my mom. I didn't. Wow, kind of gross, but cool. Yeah, it's this weird thing that I can do. A hole. Yeah, like you can see like a hole in my skin. So when I do it, when I do it, like you can put your finger like right there. It doesn't hurt or anything, but oh my gosh, they should have had those two ladies decorate the new Cracker Barrel on a budget. They should have invited Joan. Yes, decorating sense ladies for $500. A divot, a dimple. It could be a divot. I don't know. But you can put your finger and you can feel it. You can feel like my bones. Like, whoa. My cousins used to be so like grossed out by it. When I would do that, they're like, "Eh, stop it." It would freak them out. But yeah, that was my shoulder. I popped it. All right. Let's talk about Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom on the next Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you bring in a female lead that replicates Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow? I don't know. No, you shouldn't. Like, that's right away. That's an easy answer. No. Orlando Bloom is all in favor of getting the original Pirates of the Caribbean cast back together for the 6th movie that's been long in development. Oh, I couldn't say the word development. That's been long in development. He was at Fan Expo Chicago, and he rallied for the return of Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow, Keira Knightley as Elizabeth Swann, and Will Turner, who he portrayed. And he really wants to get them back. But does Johnny Depp want to come back? You know, he was officially dropped from Pirates of the Caribbean after his whole Amber Heard thing. His tenure as Jack Sparrow has officially come to an end following Disney executives' confirmation that the actor will no longer be a part of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And this was because of the whole Amber Heard situation. And he talked about it during the trial. Johnny Depp, Disney wanted to cut ties with Pirates of the Caribbean to be safe. And he felt betrayed. He felt betrayed by Disney over Pirates, recalled blindingly hurt over the Heard op-ed. And he said, like, they even asked him during his trial, would you ever want to come back? And he's like, no, he will never come back. to Pirates of the Caribbean. And like there's people that want him back. You know, Disney wants him to come back. Disney said the doors open after everything was done, and they realized, oh shit, we were bamboozled by Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. You know, granted, they both did things that were wrong, but there were lies that were told about Johnny Depp. And, you know, they were like, oh my gosh, we were totally wrong. You know, we would love for him to come back. The door's open. Johnny Depp can come back. Even having like Pirates of the Caribbean producer wants Johnny Depp to return as Jack Sparrow. They want this man back, right? But he doesn't want to come back as Jack Sparrow. And they're always saying like he could return, you know, to Pirates if the decision were up to the producer, but it's not. It's up to Johnny Depp if he wants to come back. And he has repeatedly said, like, I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to work with this company. You know, I worked with them for a very long time. They abandoned me. They cut ties. And Johnny Depp loves this character. Like that tattoo of the sparrow on his arm, that's a real tattoo. He got it. He loves the character of Jack Sparrow. That's one of his favorite characters that he's had to play. And when Orlando Bloom was asked, like, you know, we want them all to come back. And this is his quote. He says, everything is in the writing, right? Everything is on the page. And I think I'm sure there's a way to create something. I would personally love to see everybody back. I think the way to win on that one is to get everybody back if they can. And if everybody wanted to go back, because Johnny Depp has been adamant, I'm not going to return back to this franchise. He continues and says, my thing is, if the script was great, ideally it was everybody, right? Everybody would come back. It'd be the kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, you know? What they're thinking is, how do you do it? So what they're thinking, what the people writing, the people at Disney, how do you do it? Do you bring in a female leading character that replaces Jack in some way? I don't know. The jury is out on how to do it again. But if the script was great, I'd be in. No, it's not. I don't know. The jury is out on how to do it. It's no, you don't replace Johnny Depp. You don't bring in someone to replace Jack Sparrow. Like that's an easy answer. No one can come in and replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. Nobody can come in and replace that role. That is a unique role to Johnny Depp. He would have to come back and do it. He would have to come back and reprieve his role, pick up the pirate hat, you know, the pirate clothing, the whole outfit, and be Jack Sparrow again. Like that should be the only way to do a Pirates movie. If you wanted to bring back the Trinity, bring back Will Turner, Elizabeth Swann, and Jack Sparrow, that would be the only way to do a Pirates of the Caribbean movie again. Because they were planning that movie with what's her name from Barbie? Oh my gosh, Margot Robbie, right? There was that report coming out that like Margot Robbie was going to lead a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie with an all-female cast. And then that got like completely scrapped. People hated that idea. That was completely scrapped. It was supposed to star Margot Robbie, a whole all-female Pirates of the Caribbean. Like that was a stupid idea to begin with. But honestly, like who would have gone to see that? Who would have gone to see an all-female Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Nobody. Like, you go and see these movies for Johnny Depp. Even if the movie is terrible, you go to the movie to see Jack Sparrow. Like, that is who these movies are based on. It is Jack Sparrow. People fell in love with that character. People love Jack Sparrow, and people go and see these movies for Jack Sparrow. Not for anybody else, for Jack Sparrow. And for Disney and, you know, to be completely ignorant of that and thinking, oh, we can just remake these movies with like an all-female cast. Margot Robbie, she's totally hot right now. We can totally just come, because people don't come for Johnny Depp. They come because it says Pirates of the Caribbean. No, completely wrong. People go and see these movies for Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow because people love that character. And that character is Pirates of the Caribbean. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Whatever. I don't care. That character is Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, that's just the simple fact of it. You can never replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. No matter how much you want to, you won't be able to do that. So I think that, like, unless Johnny Depp decides, okay, you know what? Enough time has passed. I think that I'm ready to return to the role, you know, just decides to come back. Or they offer him like an incredible amount of money and he's just like, fine, I'll do it. then that's the only way that this movie would be successful, is to have Johnny Depp come back, because you know that there will be so many eyes on this movie. You know that so many people would come and watch this movie. There would be like the Amber Heard small fan group that would boycott the movie, but the majority of people would go and support Johnny Depp and would go and watch this movie. And I think I think Disney knows that, and I think that that's why they really want him to come back. That's why producers want him to come back. They've been kind of trying to get him to come back, because they know that a lot of people would go and support him in a new Pirates movie. Even though it would be conflicting, though, because you're mad at Disney for getting rid of him in the first place. But I think that people would be like, well, if Johnny Depp came back, then that means that they've sort of like resolved the differences and he's picking up the role again. So people would go and watch it for Johnny Depp alone, like solely. They would just go watch it and in support of Johnny Depp. So I don't think replacing him with a female, it would not work. It would not work, and people would be really angry with that. I think replacing him with anybody, replacing Johnny Depp, or even recasting Jack, people would be upset about that. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter if they tried to replace him with a guy or a girl, or recast, or even recast Jack Sparrow. I think people would still be upset about it, and wouldn't support a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp involved. So that was my Orlando Bloom thing that I wanted to talk about. Orlando Bloom. And that Orlando Bloom, pulling up all of those articles are one of the reasons why I didn't get to go through my bookmarks for Cracker Barrel. The day Johnny Depp returns to Pirates of the Caribbean is the day George Lucas returns to Star Wars. I'm actually curious if like he will accept a large sum of money, because I think that like I think I read, if I remember correctly, that they were offering him like a crazy amount, like Robert Downey Jr. returning as Iron Man sum of money to come back to the role of Jack Sparrow, because I think that they really, really want to milk the Pirates franchise, but they know that nobody's going to come and watch it if Johnny Depp's not involved. I mean, he is the Pirates franchise. He is Pirates of the Caribbean. So Disney better get Johnny Depp a million alpacas. Regarding the shoulder popping thing, dislocating is probably not great, but the finger cracking thing is the same as what the chiropractor does to you, meaning it is good. Yeah, I don't do it often. But sometimes I'm like, oh, this feels weird, and then I'll pop it. It's not something that I do like multiple times a day. Like I will pop my nails. I'll pop my fingers multiple times a day, but my shoulder thing is not. Yeah, it's not something I do often. Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow, and George Clooney is the best Batman. Why are you coming in here and spitting out falsities like that regarding Batman? Do I have George Clooney's Batman? I have his villains. Do I have his Batman? I'm trying to look because they're all over here. On this, they're all up here. I'm trying to see if I can't remember if I have George Clooney's Batman. And George Clooney is the worst Batman. He had the Bat credit. That is true. Never leave home without it. Never leave the cave without it. Well, the Bat nipples started with Val Kilmer. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best Mr. Freeze. Stop it. I have Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I feel like I do. Hang on. I think I do. Hold on. I have to look. Wait. Let me look. I feel like I do have a George Clooney Batman, but I need to see. Where is it? Oh, no, that's not him. Let me see. I have Val Kilmer. There's Robert Pattinson. This isn't him. Is this him? it is. Yeah, I do have George Clooney. I have George Clooney's Batman. Yeah, I have George Clooney's Batman. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I got him. I also have his Robin. He's down there. Oh no, wait. I have Val Kilmer's Robin. I don't have George Clooney's Robin. But they have bat nipples on this thing. Man, he's dusty. I gotta dust my figures. He's dusty. But look, he's got the bat nipples. Can you see them? Can you see his bat nipples on there? So dumb. Yeah, all of my McFarlane figures are right here. I have some right here. And then I bought another one of these things to put the rest of them. We don't need to see them. Well, I already did it. It got the nips. Yeah, it's got the nips on it. Val Kilmer's also has the nips on it. So I have Val Kilmer's. I have Ben Affleck's. I have what's his name? Oh my god, why can't I remember his name? The British guy, the British one. What's his name? Christian Bale. I have Christian Bale's and Robert Pattinson. I've got all the Batmen. And then some from I also have some from the comics in there as well. I think I have the Arkham Batman too. Yeah. Anywho. What's up, Mr. Tex? R.I.P. R.I.P. Oh, Lego Batman. Okay, we'll talk about Lego Batman. Yes, I do love Lego Batman. Let's talk about Lego Batman. What time is it? Let me make sure. Oh, it's not bad. We're not even 2 hours in. We're still good. Still good? Still good? Not even 2 hours in. I didn't realize I didn't pull this up. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the chat has the ats in front of it. Well, that's dumb. How did I just now realize that? What do you guys think? Do you like the at? I don't like the ats in front of all the names. I just now realized that. Yeah. That's why you're gold. I know. That's why I'm a goldfish. I got the brain of a goldfish. It's dumb. I don't like the ats. I don't see them in every chat. Not a fan. Yeah, Google's gonna Google. I don't like that at all. Maximus, thanks for the super sticker or the super chat. I appreciate it. Was it a sticker? I don't think it was, but thank you. Why did YouTube add them? I have no idea, but I don't like it. It's dumb. It doesn't look good. It just straight up doesn't look good. I don't know why they did that. I've only seen the ats in your chat. Really? I don't remember ever seeing them in my chat. I've seen them in other people's chats, but I think this is the first time. Either that or I just haven't noticed it, which is on par for me. I don't really notice it. It's just stop the trolling, but people still troll. People still do it. What's up, Lewis? Lewis. Yeah, I have no. I wish, you know what? I wish that there was an option to turn it off. Like, that's what I wish. I wish we had the option to turn it off. All right, let's talk about the new Batman Lego game, The Legacy of the Batman, or The Legacy of the Dark Knight. Sorry. Yeah, hasn't stopped me either. Steph, is that a Lego hey behind you? Yeah, it's my spirit animal. I have Lego Hey Hey. And then I have the bathhouse right here from Spirited Away. I found that on Amazon. And then up here, that's the Bat Bike from the Batman, the Robert Pattinson one. And then the tumbler, the Lego tumbler. And then up here, you can't see it, but up here I have the Robert Pattinson Batmobile, the big one. I have the big one that I put together, and then I also have the small one as well. So the Robert Pattinson Batman, the bike and the Batmobile. The large ones are the Lego Technic. So it took me a little bit to put those together. And then above that, I have I have the Lego animated series one, the 60s Batmobile, and what's above that one? And then another Batmobile. I don't know which one it is. But I have pretty much all of them. I have more Batmobiles like over there on another shelf. So he's at the Primitive War premiere. Oh man. Jealous. I'm just gonna go to a regular theater, not to a premiere. That must be really fun though. I hope he has fun. All right, let's talk about the Lego Batman. I mean, we're already talking about it, so might as well. This trailer came out the other day, and I was tagged in it, but I didn't watch it, and then I watched it on Daily, and I absolutely loved it. So let's re-watch it now. I love it already. It already looks good. Look, I've played a lot of the Lego games. The Lego games are super silly. They'll take you through a lot of the movies, and when they do that, while they do that, they make jokes in them. They make fun of the movie in their own little childish way, and it's super adorable. I love it. So I like that they're going through all of like the different Batmans. You get like different Easter eggs from all of the different Batman movies. Here's what I wish though. I wish that they would have done like, and I know this would take a long time, but they've done it with Star Wars. They've done it with Jurassic Park. Why can't they do it with Batman? I really wish that they would have gone through the movies, like Jurassic Park, the series, the Lego ones. It goes through Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then it goes through all of the different Jurassic World movies too. I think like we've done what did we do? We did Jurassic World. Did we do the second Jurassic World one? I can't remember. But it goes through all of the movies. Same with the Star Wars games. It goes through the prequels, and then it goes through episodes 1 through 9. Like you get them all. You get them all. You get all of the movies as a Lego game, and I really wish they would have done that with Batman. Like let's do it. I don't care. I would play all of them if they brought that. Yes, even Lego Harry Potter. I played Lego Harry Potter. Yeah, even Lego Harry Potter. I played all of those, and they went through each of the movies. It's so good. I would definitely play a Batman game that went through all of the movies. That would be awesome. That would be incredible if they did that. But you get a bunch of Easter eggs. You get a lot of nods to the movies in this Lego Batman game.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
What did you have in mind?
Alfred. He's all dirty. And the stain makes a bat. The stain makes a bat signal.
Have in mind.
I love that you can glide. You know what's cool? Everything that you see here, everything that he builds, you can build like with Legos. All of their Lego pieces are marked with numbers. You can build all of this. Oh my gosh. It had where is it at? It had the large lettering. Look, Chud. I missed that the last time I watched this. Chud. I want them to hit someone and it go pow, bam. Oh, then whack, whack. That's awesome.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
Oh, wait.
I'm
Okay, do you start off with the Robert Pattinson Batman skin? Because that's what this one is. This is the Robert Pattinson Batman skin.
Batman.
I have this Tumblr. I love that. It's when I saw this, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the Tumblr." Like that's the one that I built. I love that you just have everything and it's available to buy. You can purchase it. Oh my gosh. It's so cool.
Why so serious?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
Good. Oh my gosh. That's Robert Pattinson's Batmobile. It's so good. Is this a game or a movie? It's a game. If they have all of the Batmobiles, if you can unlock all of the Batmobiles, that would be incredible. I hope you can.
I got you!
This is amazing. Legacy of the Dark Knight. This looks incredible. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm definitely going to be playing this. This looks awesome. However, there was some controversy surrounding this. Okay. There's a little bit of controversy that went out yesterday. That went out yesterday. People were discussing it. It was all over the internet, and I was just like, whatever. Rainbow Batman. You know what? I don't like the Penguins look either, but I feel like it doesn't look like Colin Farrell. It's like a mix of Colin Farrell and Danny DeVito. That's what the Penguin looks like. It's a mix of Colin Farrell and Danny DeVito's Penguin. That's why it looks so weird. Because when I saw it, I was like, don't really like the way it looks. But it's like a mix of those two characters. So yeah, this tweet went out the other day. Batman's rainbow Batsuit will be playable in the new Lego Batman game. And a lot of people lost their mind about it. They were like, oh my gosh, now we have some LGBTQ plus representation. This is done just for the sake of representation. Everybody got upset about it. You can see it in the replies. Finally, something gay in video games. So now the gay community will shut up. Sorry, this ain't Batman. Absolute ass. Impressive, very nice. Now let's see the Chinese version. LGBTQ in a kids game. But a lot of people were also pointing out, like, hey, it's an actual suit. And I'm sure they're going to have multiple suits, right? We saw 2 of them already in this trailer. There was Robert Pattinson's suit, and then there was also Michael Keaton's suit. So you saw a couple of suits already, and there are suits that were already available in previous Lego games, this suit being one of them in previous DC Lego games, that it is from the comics. And I think that because the rainbow has been hijacked from the LGBTQ community, Q plus, whatever, it's been hijacked to mean something completely different, something that it was not originally supposed to mean, right? A lot of people say like the rainbow is God's rainbow. It was a symbol of love, and if you saw that in the sky, it's a representation of God's love. So it's now been twisted and it's completely different. And even like the rainbow flag that represents the gay community has also been twisted by their community. And they have so many different flags that that really, what does it represent? And I think that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's just grooming our kids, right? Because this skin is going to be available. There's going to be multiple skins that are going to be available. This is actually something from the comics, as Smash JT pointed out. For the people upset over the latest Rainbow Batman unveiling, note that it's based on an old comic, Rainbow Redemption arc incoming. And it is. It's based on an old comic in which Robin gets hurt, so Batman does this. And it's supposed to be like super campy. I mean, it's an old comic books, but back then when this comic book came out, the rainbow flag didn't mean and represent gayness, the LGBTQ. It didn't mean or represent that at all. This was just something that he did, and it was something super campy back in the day that is now just being referenced in this new Batman game. There's going to be a lot of references in this new Batman game. And I think that a lot of people are going to come to appreciate that. And a lot of people that are getting upset over this are just looking at it and seeing gay pride, the gay flag. And they're going to start putting it out there that there's gayness in this Batman game. And that's just not the case. The rainbow flag, rainbows, technically, like rainbows in general, have just been hijacked by that community to mean gayness, to mean gay pride. And, originally it didn't mean that back then when this comic book came out. So it's just, to me, when I saw that, I was like, it's just another skin. Like, it's just a Batman skin. I didn't get upset over it. And normally, that type of thing, I was just like, oh, great, it's going to be in a game. But it's not. It's actually canon from the comics. And a lot of people are still saying, like, it doesn't matter if it's in the comics. It's still a representation of gay pride, right? Of LGBTQ pride. And that's it. So it doesn't matter. Like, I see this and I see gay pride. I was like, okay, well, that's not what this is. So you need to, just say, like, just realize, like, that's not what this is. It's not a representation of gay pride at all. It's just something that's in the comics. And it's something for Batman fans to allude to. So be like, oh my gosh, it's a skin from this video game. There's going to be a ton of other skins in this game. And so, like, I think that people getting upset about it is, I understand why people are getting upset about it. Totally understand why people are getting upset about it. And it's because this type of thing, right? It's because this type of thing has been pushed not only in Marvel Comics, in DC Comics as well. It's been pushed everywhere. It's been pushed everywhere. Like I said, it was hijacked. The rainbow was hijacked. And it's been pushed everywhere. It's been everywhere for like the past 8 to 10 years. So automatically when you see something like that, your automatic reaction is to think, oh my gosh, they're trying to groom our kids. We need to stay as far away from this and call it out. When that's not the case. This reminds me of, let me pull this up really quickly. Hold on. I think, where can I go? I have to pull this up, but it reminds me of this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, hold on. You know what I wanted to say? I was about to be like, Mara, say something. Talk to the chat while I find this. And she's not even here. Like, that was my automatic thing. Like, Mara, say something. I'm trying to find it. If I can find it, then I'll pull it up. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because it reminded me of this, if I can find it. If not, then I'll just tell you. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'll be able to find it because it's such an old tweet, and I honestly, I know, I know the tweet came out, but I can't find it. Oh, shoot. All right. Hang on. Let me see. I'm just going to pull this up because you'll know what I'm talking about when I'll just pull this up. Remember when the Super Mario Brothers movie came out? And there was like that one tweet when Super Mario Brothers movie came out, and that there was this one tweet that went really viral about Rainbow Road, and that one person was like, "Oh my gosh, it's oh my gosh, they have a rainbow in the Super Mario Brothers movie." And they were upset about it because there was a rainbow in the Super Mario Brothers movie, and everybody was like, "No, that's Rainbow Road. It's a literal track in the game Mario Kart, right?" So they were this one person, and they got like ratioed, but they were upset because there was a rainbow in the Super Mario Brothers movie. That's what this reminds me of, right? That's what this reminds me of. I agree with Mara. Good take. Mara, talk to us about Lord of the Rings. Mara, talk to us. I know she's not here right now, but that's like my automatic thing when I think about it. But yeah, that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me when people, it reminds me of when people lost their shit over Rainbow Road being used in the Mario Brothers movie, in the Super Mario Brothers movie. You know, they're like, "Oh my gosh, now there's a rainbow in the Super Mario Brothers movie." And people are like, "That's Rainbow Road." Like, it's one of the most popular maps on the game, the most recognizable maps on the game in Mario Kart. So of course, Rainbow Road's going to be there. That's what this outrage reminds me of. Like, I know that a lot of people aren't familiar with this comic book, and why would they be? This is an old comic book, but it is something that is there. It was there in the past. It was there in the 50s or something when this came out, when this comic book came out, and Batman had this rainbow colored bat suit, and it wasn't during a time like it is now. I think that people are putting their 2025 worldview onto this Batman, right? As opposed to, oh, it was just a suit that was in a comic back in the 50s when the rainbow flag back then didn't even exist. Did it even exist? They're putting their 2025 view on that, just like they did when Rainbow Road was in the Super Mario Brothers movie. So that's what it reminds me of. They're looking at it through a current day lens, as opposed to it's just a bat suit. It's just a little Easter egg, a little nod to the history, the legacy of Batman and the different suits that he has worn throughout the years. So it's not just this suit. They're going to have multiple different suits. And you know, I understand where the outrage is coming from, because people have been talking about, you know, gay pride and the LGBTQ and all of the different flags that correspond with that group of people, and the rainbow flag being one of the more prominent ones, and that rainbow flag being displayed everywhere. So I completely understand where the outrage is coming from. However, if you remove your, you know, if you look at it from a different lens, from a different point of view, you would realize that, you know, this was just a different bat suit that was worn in a comic book, and it is not meant to be there in order to groom children or introduce them to the rainbow flag or say that Batman is gay. It's none of that. It's just a simple nod to a comic. It's a comic reference, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all it is. So I understand where the hate. Oh yeah. Are these the ones that you get initially? So like you have Robert Pattinson suit. I think this one was Michael Keaton's. Then you have the Golden Age Batman suit. Then you have the Rainbow Batman suit. In this uncharacteristically eye-catching outfit, Batman distracted criminals by wearing garnish colors. Detective Comics number 241 was published in 1957. This is just a little nod. And obviously, you're going to be able to unlock a whole lot of different bat suits. So it's not just like, let's say if this whole game was like you're only allowed to wear either this bat or this skin or the Robert Pattinson one. Like, you don't get any other ones. It's just it's either gay or Batman. Like then I think that people would have a big deal. But this is just one suit, one skin, in a multitude of skins that you can choose. So yeah, I understand where the outrage is coming from, but I honestly I think that you should save your. I think that sometimes you should just like save your outrage for later on. Like if I end up playing this game and I unlock this, and something, I don't know, something gay happens, then I'll be like, oh, You know, like if his voice suddenly changes throughout the rest of the game while I'm playing it, then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's when I'll get upset. But being upset over this, you know, like if I put on this suit and he automatically sounds like Dylan Mulvaney or something, then I'll be upset. But I'm gonna save that, like my outrage. I'm gonna save my feelings about this suit for later on when I'm actually playing the game, because this is just a simple reference to a suit that was released in a Detective Comics back in the 50s. I hope we get an Adam West bat suit. I hope we get one. That would be awesome. I want to wear like all of the bats. I want to unlock them all and wear them all. That's what I want to do. Like, I wonder how long it is. I wonder how long the game is. Like, if I'm playing different sections of the game and they end up being like different movies, different parts of the movies, I'm changing my skin to whatever Batman corresponds with that. I hope we get like different Batmobiles as well. That would be super awesome. Is this the gayest Lego Batman ever? No. Yeah. How many Batman suits are in the game? I don't know. I want to get different Batmobiles. I want to do that. Awesome. I want them all. Oh my gosh. I want the animated series. Let's go. I hope the Ben Affleck suit is in there. Like, let's do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can Google that. Lego Bat. All right, let's see if we can find. Let me do skins. 30 plus confirmed characters in Lego Batman. Okay, cool. But how many skins? I don't know. Not sure. Multiple. Well, it just says multiple costumes to unlock. I'm not too sure how many though. For collect the game's 7 characters will have multiple costumes to unlock. So you can play 7 playable characters. Because usually for the Lego games, you can like switch characters. For instance, like in the Jurassic World games, when you start playing them, you can play as Grant, Ellie, you can play as Timmy, you can play as Ian, like you can play as multiple different characters. You just shift through all of the different characters. So in this one, you can play as 7 different playable characters, which is really cool. And then all of those 7 characters will have multiple costumes to unlock. So I'm wondering if we'll be. I know that we can play as or I know that like the Joker, right? The Joker will be featured. Can we play as the Joker? And will he have multiple different costumes to unlock? Because if that's the case, that is freaking awesome. Batman suit options to include his look from 2022 Batman movie, the animated Batman, Brave and the Bold series, The Dark Knight, Golden Age Batman, Colorful Rainbow Batman. It says nothing further than that, but I know that there's multiple things that you can unlock, because past that, you can see that there's multiple ones that you can unlock. Oh my gosh. I hope there's a lot of skins. I want a lot of skins. When does it launch, though? Hold on, wait. Let me look. There we go. Do. Do you guys know when it launches? I didn't see when it was going to be released. Oh, it just says sometime in 2026. Aw. Sometime in 2026. Mike Hill for $19.99. Thank you. If they want a redneck James Bond, watch Kingsman 2. Let's talk about Glen Powell. Thank you, Mike Hill. Oh, here. Thank you for all of your support, everybody. Have a Batman.
Hi.
I hate that they don't fit on the screen anymore. It's bugging the crap out of me. Will I ever fix it? I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever fix it. For now, it's just there. But I hate that they don't fill up the screen. Stupid StreamYard.
You rampant slag.
The American James Bond. Yeah, let's talk about Glen Powell. Now, look, listen. I thought it was really cool what Glen Powell said about him, like if he was ever offered the role to play as James Bond. I thought it was really cool what he said because traditionally James Bond is a British character. He works for the MI6, which is a British Secret Service. And British identity is, you know, a part of this James Bond character. And a lot of people are fighting back against that. They're like, oh, okay, so Americans can't play a British character, but British characters or British people can come over and play American characters. And to that, I would say, like, I understand where you're coming from, right? Like, I get it. I understand where you're coming from because people are pointing out that Tom Holland is Spider-Man. You know, he's playing someone from America, but he's British. But I think that, like, these types of characters, inherently British characters and properties, are for the British people. Like, if you look at the box office for James Bond, the most recent one, the bulk of the money came from overseas, not domestically. You know, it's made for that audience. It's like saying, I want an American to play the next Doctor Who, or I want the whole cast of the new Harry Potter series to be American. To me, those are British properties and, you know, traditionally played by British actors. So with tradition being a huge part of British culture, I don't see anything wrong with those characters being primarily played by a British man, you know? So that's my take on it. A lot of people are like, oh, but we have the new Batman, he's British. Why can't an American play a British character? Yeah, but it's not like that's the core of his identity. You know what I mean? But Glen Powell said something recently. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And I respect it. I respect what Glen Powell had to say. Glen Powell says he isn't right to play James Bond for this surprising reason. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter in a new cover story about his upcoming sports series, Chad Powers, Powell shot down the suggestion that he could inherit. Oh, sorry, I have the hiccups. That he could inherit the big screen role of 007 in no uncertain terms. And he said, I'm a Texan. A Texan should not play James Bond. My family and I joke around. I can play Jimmy Bond, but I should not be playing James Bond. And I respect that answer. It's him. She has the hiccups. Oh, no. And I respect that answer. It's him sort of like respecting that character and respecting the fact that, you know, that character is an inherently British character. It's like them offering him the next Doctor role. He's like, really? Doctor Who? Like, played by an American? That's kind of odd. That's kind of weird. Maybe not. Like, so that's how I look at it. I respect that. And I think that, like, a lot of times we forget that when actors accept roles, a lot of times that they're not suited for, we as audience members always put on that actor like they shouldn't have accepted the role in the first place. You know, kind of like the new Snape. actor being cast as Snape when you know that Snape is a white man with greasy hair and a long hooked nose, and you do not fit any of that criteria? Maybe you should turn down the role, right? Now that's like the look of the character, but this is, you know, a traditionally British, an inherently British character. And I get it. You're an actor. You should be able to do everything. But like, if you're going to respect the part, then that comes with the tradition of the part as well. So I respect his answer, you know, saying like, I'm a Texan, like that's a British part for a British actor. You know, they should be doing that. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I brought up Black Snape.
Black Snape moan.
I brought up Black Snape. Henry Cavill is the simple answer. Yeah, Henry Cavill should play the next Bond. I really wish that he would, but I don't think that that's going to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I respect his answer. I think that he respects that character of James Bond, knowing that he's not the right actor to be casted as the next James Bond, even though he knows that like right now he's an up and coming actor. There's a lot of eyes on him. He's probably getting a lot of offers, but that's a part that he knows that maybe I shouldn't accept that part. Maybe I'll get some backlash if I accept that part. You know, maybe the people that actually go and watch these movies, which if you look at the box office for the last for a lot of the previous James Bond movies, a lot of it is worldwide. That's where they make the bulk of their money from, not domestically. So maybe they will not want to go and see an American take up the role of James Bond. And I don't want my movie to bomb, so I don't, or be boycotted. So I'm just not going to accept the role. And that's, and he looks, wait, where, he looks very Texan to boot. You know, and that has to be commended, that has to be respected, because we forget that sometimes we were like, we actually say like, they shouldn't have that we actually say they shouldn't have accepted that part. They're not fit for the role. And he has that oh my gosh, what fuck. That is a very Texan smile. Yeah. He knows that he's not fit for that role. He knows that he's not the right person to play that role. So he's just going to put a stop to it, even though, you know, he's an up and coming actor. He's probably getting a lot of roles and very likable in the public. That's just not a role for him. So, I mean, I respect it. I respect that answer. I'm not mad at what is his name again? Glen Powell. I'm not mad at Glen Powell for saying like, I'm not right for James Bond. I'm not right for James Bond. It shouldn't be me. He's got some self-awareness. I can respect that. All of my windows are slowly dwindling down. Let me make sure that there's nothing. Oh, I forgot. Kristen Dunst. Kristen Dunst. You forgot. I forgot his name. I'm telling you, I have the memory of a goldfish. Forgot his name. Glen Powell. I forgot his name again. Didn't I forget his name? While I was looking his stuff up, I was like, what is the name of the guy that's in the thumbnail? I forgot his name twice. There are a lot of times where I'll forget actors' names just because I don't care. There are times I don't care enough to remember sometimes. I will watch almost everything that Jason Statham is in. I don't know. I like that actor. Like, I loved The Meg. It's his, you know what you're going in for. You know what you're going to get when you go and watch a Jason Statham movie. It's going to be entertaining and he's going to kick some butt. Even though it's a little corny. I like The Beekeeper. That Beekeeper movie was good. Kind of miss the red glasses. I have them. They're right here. I can put them on, but ouch. Let me see. Hold on. Let me grab them. I haven't worn them. There's a reason why I put up the red glasses. There's a reason for that. I took them off. Maybe I should bring them back. Maybe I should take back the power. I got rid of the red glasses because I saw so many fucking crazy liberal women wearing like different colored glasses, and sometimes red. It's like mainly red and blue glasses. The rims were that color, and I was like, they ruined them. So yeah, I still have my glasses. I don't wear them anymore. I don't wear them anymore because it made me like, whenever I'd watch those videos, I'm like, ugh, Lord, they're annoying. So I took them off. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna not wear them anymore. So I haven't worn them in a while. I'll have them. I wear them a lot when I edit. I wear them a lot where I edit. I have 4 pairs of glasses. 2 of them are prescription, like with like these. And 2 of them are just like blue light blockers. So I'll wear them when my head starts hurting. I've been looking at the computer for way too long. So yeah, I haven't worn these in a while. I know I'm wearing them in my thumbnail, but yeah, I haven't put them on. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So in the mornings, I'll wear my black ones. Like when I haven't. So you're wearing contacts right now. I'm not wearing contacts. No. My glasses are for like nighttime. So when I go drive at night, I can't see very well at night, and that's primarily when I need to wear my glasses. Or like when my eyes get tired during the day, then I have to put my glasses on because my eyes are just way too tired and everything goes really, really blurry. So I've put my prescriptions on and it'll be better. But yeah, I mainly wear my glasses so I can see at night. I have to go to the doctor and get a new pair. The DMV says I gotta wear glasses when yeah, that's the same for me. Kristen Dunst. How many glasses? I have 4. Here. Ow, my arm. I have 2 prescription and 2 blue light blockers. Hang on. You want to see them? I'll put them on. Hold on. Dunce. So these are prescription and they're my blue light blockers. So I'll wear these. Yeah. So I keep them here. They're all in like this little case that I have. And then these are prescription as well. These are the ones that I wear like out when I have to go driving. So these are prescription as well. And it's so funny because you said like you're wearing contacts. Like, no, I don't need them. But I put both of them on and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see so much clearer. Maybe I do need to wear them all the time. And then I just have my regular blue light blockers, which are these that I wear like in the mornings when I don't put on my makeup or whatever. And I want to hide my face. I'll put these on. And then I have clear ones. So those are all my blue lights, my 2 blue light blockers. So, but you can see my screen. You can see what I'm looking at on all 3 of my screens. No, that was another reason why I stopped wearing them. I was like, you can see my screens and my glasses. These probably aren't too bad. Yeah, see, these aren't too bad. They're not as reflective, so you can't really see in the screen. Maybe I should just wear these more often. Get your lenses lasered. You can do it in a single day. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get my eyesight isn't so bad that I would need that to be done. I don't need, yeah. It's not that bad. Oh, hi, Sherry. The lovely Sherry. What's up? How you doing? Wait until I'm getting the hiccups. Wait until why am I getting the hiccup? I'm not even upset. Wait until you need bifocals. I need to clean these. They're dirty as hell. No, Maximus. That's so funny. But I don't need these. I don't need glasses. Yes, I do. It's actually clear when I put them on. But yeah, they're mostly for driving. That's why I need to wear them. Just here in my house, I don't need them. Apparently I do. All right. Kristen Dunst just can't stop talking about money. Remember when Kristen Dunst came out and she was like, Spider-Man 2 star? Kristen Dunst talked about being paid a lot less than Tobey Maguire. I wonder why. Like, I wonder why you got paid a lot less than Spider-Man. Kristen Dunst commented on the gender pay gap in Hollywood, reflecting on the sheer disparity between her pay and that of Tobey Maguire while making Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. She revealed that Maguire, who starred in the trilogy as Peter Parker, was paid $17 million for Spider-Man 2, which was a lot more than her own paycheck. It might have been more, actually. It was different, a lot different. And I was in, and oh yeah, that's right. I forgot she mentioned that. And I was in Bring It On and had a track record. Like, she might have been, I don't even think that she was like the biggest star even at the time, right? But she was in Bring It On, so she expected to be paid more than Spider-Man himself, more than Tobey Maguire. But she can't stop talking about money because she also wants to be oh shit, I didn't share my whole window. Because she also wants to be in Minecraft, in the next Minecraft movie. Kristen Dunst said she'd love to star in Minecraft sequel so she can make a pile of cash. Maybe I can just make a movie where I don't lose money. So she was talking in this article, Town and Country, and talking about like the movies that she's been in. She was having a whole conversation about all of the different movies that she's been in and stuff. And this is where that comes from. Years ago, Dunst, who had written and directed 2 short films, was talking about directing her first feature, even soft announcing an adaptation of The Bell Jar. Today, that idea feels like a luxurious joke. Maybe when I'm in my 60s, she says, of directing. It's such an all-encompassing job. Dunst has a few projects she's set to star in, including A Mermaid Story. And she tells me that she has just read the script for Coppola's next film, which they'll make together next year. But she'd also really like to be in Minecraft too, she says, because her kids loved the first one and because she'd like to make a pile of cash. Maybe I can just make a movie where I don't lose money. She just can't stop talking about money. I think it's so funny. It's like, well, pick your roles. Like, you want to go this way with your career. Sometimes when you go that way with your career, there's risks involved. And sometimes those risks that you take, even though you're in some amazing movies, they're not big budget movies. They're not, the movies that are going to bring in millions and millions and millions of dollars, but you get the experience and you have, those good movies on your resume. But a lot of times, unfortunately, sometimes those movies they don't generate the type of revenue that a Minecraft movie would. That was a whole phenomenon. So, but yeah, she's just like, I want to make a movie where I don't lose money. I just think it's so funny. Like the last 2 stories that I've read about Kristen Dunst, she can't stop talking about money. Like, what the heck? I was in Bring It On. I should have made more money than Spider-Man. I've done all of these amazing movies, but nobody is going and seeing them. I'm not making any money. Maybe I should just be in a Minecraft movie. It's a movie where I won't lose any money. Oh my, I think it's so funny. She can't stop talking about money. Cut it out. Stop it. You're still working as an actress. I'm trying to put my glasses away now. They're in the way. All right. Did you like Bring It On? I loved Bring It On. Are you kidding? That's a silly question. I loved Bring It On. I think Kristen Dunst, she was great. She was in a lot of movies, you know? And I think that a lot of times, you know, you as an actor, not even like actress and actor, it's just actors in general, all encompassing. There's a lot of times when actors hit their peak, you know, and after that, when they hit their peak, they can become they have sort of like the freedom to pick and choose what movies they want to be in, right? And I think that happened with Kristen Dunst. She had a whole bunch of movies that came out, and I remember a lot of them, and some of them included Bring It On, the Spider-Man movies. You know, she was in a whole bunch of movies, and then from there, she kind of got the opportunity to sort of like, you know, read scripts, pick roles, you know, pick and choose what you wanted to do. And unfortunately, maybe the movies that she wanted to do just didn't bring in those box office dollars that she was used to. But you know, of course, there's no accountability. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Whew, I'm so glad I pressed that mute button. So it's not my decisions picking these roles that nobody's going and seeing. No. Maybe I just need to be in a Minecraft movie and people will actually go see it. I won't lose any money. I don't know. Let me get rid of this. It was just a silly little side conversation. Thank you. But yeah, I totally watched Bring It On. I totally watched Bring It On. I loved that movie. There was at one point I was able to like quote the entire movie from start to finish. Even wait, is this the same article? Oh yeah, it's the same article. Even like the second movie, I was able to do that one too. Let's see what else we got. I don't care about that. Every time I want to talk about James Gunn's Superman, I decide not to. I just don't care. I just don't care to talk about it. Like there are a bunch of times when I'll be like, I want to talk about James Gunn's Superman, but I'm nah. Never mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to do that. X. Agree. I don't remember why I wanted to talk about Pedro Pascal. Oh, is this why? Oh my goodness. Is this why I wanted to talk about it? Let's see. Gosh, I really don't know. Well, let's just go over these articles that I found about Pedro Pascal. It's like I can't remember like why did it go away? I can't remember like exactly why I pulled up all of these articles in the order that I pulled them up in. Because normally, whenever I pull up articles and I have like multiple tabs open and they're arranged in a way, it's because I want to like talk about it in this order. But this doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't understand why I put these in this specific order, and nothing is sparking in my brain. Nothing is sparking in my brain. I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why I ordered it this way. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know why I ordered it this way. Anyways, let's just start here. We'll do this one. Oops. Iger, I have an illness. The only cure, more Pedro Pascal. No, you have synapses. Things are spreading. Nothing is sparking. I don't remember why I ordered this. Was a cheerleader? I was, yeah. I was a cheerleader for like 10 years. Yeah. I did it all through elementary, middle school, high school, and college. I was a cheerleader for a very long time. All right, let's see. Pedro Pascal. Daddy Zaddy Pedro. His new Western struggles on streaming after a disastrous box office run. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the Western Eddington, which ended its theatrical run with just $12 million, and it cost a reported $25 million to produce, although some estimates peg the budget much higher. The movie's unfortunate run seems to be continuing with its home video release as well. Maybe because nobody wants to watch a movie about COVID and being locked down and about, your neighbors, going at each other's throats. That's probably why people aren't watching that movie. You don't want to be reminded of that stupid time, unnecessary time, that time where people were losing their businesses because of lockdown and crazies were telling you to put on masks or you were going to kill people. That's probably why this movie didn't do so well. So this just continues to flop on paid video. Oh my God. On paid video on demand. It's only managed to score a spot in domestic iTunes charts. Like, that's it. It's nowhere to be found on Google or Apple charts. All of the other movies that released are doing better, of course. I mean, the movies that were released, Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth, Thunderbolts, Ballerina, all that's doing so much better than this movie, than Eddington. But if you love Pedro Pascal, you can shop an unofficial illustrated book about the actor's life. Pedro Pascal, the Hispanic star. We love Pedro, and we have a feeling you do too. He holds the unofficial title of the nation's daddy. Oh, gross. And he's a talented actor to boot. The actor has had a number of big moments the past few years, starring in hit films and TV shows such as Game of Thrones, Narcos, The Last of Us, and so much more. Pascal's latest project, The Fantastic Four, received some positive reviews following its release back in July. So if you want to learn more about the nation's daddy, you can get this book, Pedro Pascal, the unofficial illustrated book about the Chilean actor's life. Is anybody going to order this book? Yes, there's a book about Pedro Pascal. You can buy that book. But The Last of Us director or star describes what happened after killing the internet's boyfriend. Let's see what happened. Caitlin Dever couldn't watch Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey's final moments in The Last of Us. I don't know how you guys did that. They were somewhere. Where were they? HBO Max's nominee celebration on Sunday. That's where they were at. They were there because there were a bunch of like photos of Pedro Pascal on the red carpet. And they were talking about it, and Pedro Pascal being killed off was the subject. It says, you're so inside of it that you really kind of lose sight of what it will mean when a TV audience experiences episode 2 of season 2, Pascal told the crowd. Well, everyone knows this is going to happen because I've been living with it for such a long time. I guess the context of that is that none of us were really thinking about that as we were shooting it. We're just like really in the story. So they weren't really thinking about it, but Caitlin came in. I no doubt in my mind she was going to knock it out of the park because I'd seen her knock everything out. Oh my gosh, everything just stopped and I need to reload. Whoop. Stop that. Okay. Oh my goodness. There was just a dance. We got to enjoy it really. To just be scene partners for something as intense as that. And right away just be in it together. It was really fun. That they killed the internet's boyfriend. Oh. Where is it? I don't know how Caitlin was looking at Pedro, turned to look at the golf clubs, turned back, and a tear fell. I don't know how she did it. They're crying. Joel is laying there dead. I don't know how you guys did that moment. I had to leave the room. I couldn't watch it. I don't know how you did it. How they killed the internet's boyfriend. But Pascal said that Joel's death was a painfully magical after that. And you know what's really funny? Okay, so you know how like all of that backlash has been happening to Pedro Pascal. Hold on, I need to go to his Instagram. All of that backlash that happened during the Fantastic Four premiere, I have noticed. Let me go to his Instagram. Pedro Pascal's Instagram has been surprisingly like quiet, you know? But the comments though, the comments are hilarious. Because Pedro Pascal, he usually has like a bunch of stories, right? Here he only has 2. Of course, Protect the Dolls is one of them. But he usually only has but now he only has 2. He will rarely put out a story. Whereas before he would put out like tons and tons of stuff. Like he's extremely active on his Instagram. But like after Fantastic Four came out and all of those weird clips of him being extremely touchy on the red carpet with his co-star, and you know her also getting some backlash with touching him as well, and people just making fun of how like, oh, he has anxiety so he has to touch people, and him getting memed all over the place. He's been relatively quiet on social media, but his comments are some of the most hilarious comments that you see, because a lot of them are this. A lot of them are this. You scroll through the comments and this is something that you will commonly see in Pedro Pascal's comment section. Like that's all it is. Is just that. Look at how many people are just posting this GIF. This is what you see in a Pedro Pascal comment section. This was just 4 hours ago, 3 days ago. People are just posting this GIF in his comment section. Oh my gosh, come on, load more comments. But like you get the idea, right? This is all Pedro Pascal's comment section. What else? Let me see. Let's go to I think this is his latest one. I don't know what this is. Show me some comments. Did he turn off the comments? Hold on. Let's see this one. This one's relatively normal. Unless they're removing them. They have to be removing them because look, all of this is from a week ago. Oh my gosh. Instagram. Hold on. Let me refresh. Sometimes Instagram sucks. Dude, did he turn off his comments? Hold on. We have to wait for it to load. So many. It's not going to stop. Yeah. Come on, Instagram. Load the comments. Why can't I see the comments? Hold on. Let me look and see if I can see them on my phone. Because maybe it's just like a desktop thing. It's just a desktop thing. Shit. Because there's comments on this one. Okay, so it's just a desktop thing. But like even his latest one, right? This that I pulled up. Okay, even that. I don't even know what that is. What is it? One hand is always fighting. What is that? I don't know. But like even that one, there's this dude is intertwined. I can't believe I can't pull it up on my desktop. It's pissing me off. But it's intertwined with this guy. They keep doing that. They keep putting this guy in there. It's not all of them now, but still it's in shit. But still it's in there. Like it's he's intertwined with a bunch. Look at it. It's still happening in his comment section. And I think that that's sort of this was his latest post. This is from a week ago. And normally he's very, very, very active, especially on Instagram. He's extremely active. But I think that like this whole thing from the Fantastic Four and people being weirded out that he's, basically calling himself, your dirty slutty daddy, your internet daddy, people calling him a daddy, and him trying to remarket himself and say like, oh no, I'm like more like your weird uncle or something like I can't remember. And then people finding out that he's got like a fingernail fetish. I honestly think it's a fucking fetish. Okay, people are like, now he's just gay. He's admiring women's fingernails. He's basically asking anybody who interviews him, along with fans, can I see your nails? I want to look at your nails. Let me see your nails. And there's this one clip where he's just like, can I see your nails? And the girl's like, no. And he's like, oh, come on, please, please, please let me see your nails. You can tell like she's uncomfortable. She doesn't want to show him your nails, her nails. But yeah, that was a whole thing where he like admired women's fingernails. And then, he was being very touchy-feely with Vanessa Kirby, and Vanessa Kirby was responding too. And it was inappropriate. She was pregnant at the time. But they're basically acting as if they were, husband and wife. And so a lot was being brought to the surface in regards to Pedro Pascal and how sort of weird his antics were and how weird his quirks were. And so now you get this in his comment section multiple times, like multiple posts all over his posts. It's just this. A lot of people are doing that. And yes, there are there's some positivity sprinkled in between these posts, especially on like his newer posts. But a lot of it is this. It's this GIF, and so he's being very, very careful on his Instagram because he's been receiving a lot of backlash. And there's Pedro fatigue. People are tired of seeing him in multiple projects. And I think that a lot of people are defending him, right? Saying that like he's just having his moment, right? Remember when Chris Pratt was in everything? Remember when The Rock was in everything? Remember when Jack Black was in everything? And it's just like, sure, I remember that. He is having his moment. He is being cast in everything. However, he's unnaturally being propped up as like this new symbol of masculinity, right? In order to be masculine, you have to be like Pedro Pascal. You have to basically kneel at the feet of women. You have to be on the right side of history and take every single political stance that the Democratic Party has to offer. That is the new masculinity, right? You can't be masculine. All of the inherently masculine traits are considered toxic, and you have to be like more like Pedro Pascal, which is, more in tune with your emotions. So you basically have to be like a woman. and that is the new masculinity. And Pedro Pascal is the pinnacle of this so-called new masculinity, right? And that's what people have oops, what did I do? And that's what people have an issue with. Pedro Pascal is Hollywood's modern heartthrob, and his summer looks are as strong as his box office hits. Well, maybe not so much, because his box office numbers, they're not really hits, right? They're not really hits. Eddington flopped. The Fantastic Four, as much as they want it to be a hit, it's a flop. What was the last one that he was in? I completely forgot. What was the third movie that he was in over the summer? It was Fantastic Four. Oh my gosh. The romantic comedy that he was in, or the romantic movie. I can't even remember what it was. I actually watched it. I finally watched it. And it was bad. It was boring. It wasn't good. I can't remember what it was, what it's called. Oh shit. What is it called? What's up, Night Saber? What is that fucking movie that he was in? He was in it with Chris Evans. Ah, man, now it's gonna bug me. I have to look it up. Pedro. The Materialists. That's what it's called. Materialists. Those were the 3 movies that he was in over the summer. Materialists. Now, how much did Materialists make at box office? It was probably maybe his only hit. Let's see. If you can even call it that, box office. It made $75.3 million worldwide. 75 million worldwide. What was the budget? Let's see if we can find the budget. Okay, it had a $20 million budget. There we go. All right, so that was maybe his only hit over the summer. Like, that was it. Materialist. And it wasn't even like a huge hit either. It didn't even crack 100 million, right? And it's on streaming right now. So I don't think that he has like the box office power that people think that he does, because he was his popularity didn't grow organically. It wasn't an organic push. You know, people didn't say like, "Oh, we like Pedro Pascal." It was all of his stuff was done by the people around him. Like even the daddy thing. I can't remember specifically. Oh my gosh, it was, what was it? What was the daddy thing? I remember how it came around. What's in store for the next Lego stream? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. But even the dad thing it wasn't like organic. It was something that he had said, or someone had said, and then he started marketing himself like that. Like it was all strategic marketing of Pedro Pascal as a brand, because yeah, he might have been like a really good actor back in Narcos. I always hear a lot of people saying like, what are you talking about? He's a great actor. He was great in Narcos and he was great in Game of Thrones. Sure, he was great then, but now with his acting, with what you see, it feels like so lazy. It's so lazy. Like if you watch Fantastic Four, it's lazy acting. He's not emoting anything. He's not giving you anything to feel. Nothing. You can't, like, you look at Reed, he's a boring character. He was a boring Reed Richards. Like the most you got out of Pedro Pascal in that movie was after Sue died and you finally get something. He's crying. Oh shit, he can act. There you go. You're getting something out of Pedro Pascal. Even in Eddington, it's almost like he's taking all of these roles and phoning it in, because he doesn't have to like act, right? He's a brand. He's Pedro Pascal. He doesn't have to do anything special. He just comes in, learns the lines, reads them, and leaves. Pedro Pascal is right now, he is a brand. That's why he refuses to shave his mustache, because that's just a part of his brand. Is that he comes with a mustache. That's why Reed Richards had a mustache, because Pedro Pascal refuses to shave his mustache. It's a part of his brand, which is ridiculous. But I guess he's Hollywood's modern heartthrob now. And let's look at some of his red carpet looks. Oh, yes. There he is. Daddy Pedro, with his huge collar and oversized jacket. This isn't too bad. This is fine. That is a very loud color. And look at how he's sitting. Very dainty, very feminine. Oh, he wears his sweaters like that a lot. This is good. I like this. This is nice. Bravo. This is very classy. I dig that. I hated this outfit. Isn't this what he wore to like the Fantastic Four premiere? Oh, it looks terrible. I could not stand it. I did not like this outfit. Not at all. He should have worn this one. This one would have looked fine. Better than this. I don't even know. Why is he wearing a scarf? Who told him this looked good? Ugh. Even this one, I don't like it. Look at the arms. Look at the arm. Look at the sleeves on this thing. Oh, it looks so bad. And you can see his nipple through it because it's a sheer shirt. Oh, ugh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to wear jeans and what are these shirts called from baseball? I can't remember what they're called. And this, but I'm not going to put the jacket on. I'm just going to layer it over my shoulder. That's fine. He's going for old school glam. He's not achieving it. He's failing. This looks fine, but like, oh my God, I forgot. Disparu shared a video with me where he's wearing his outfit like this and someone fixed it. They pushed it, right? Because it was like that. And then someone fixed it. They fixed his collar and he put it back to being like this. He put it back to being like that. It's like, why? I don't like the scarves. They're too feminine. This looks fine. This is fine. I like this outfit. But yeah, those are his red carpet winners. I don't like them at all. I don't like them at all. But Kamala Harris is out. How about Pedro Pascal? It's anyone's race. Why not your dream candidate? It gives like different reasons why all of these people should be the Democratic candidate. Now it's just like, dude, I swear. I put out a tweet and I was just like, if women had their way, Pedro Pascal would be king of the world, you know, until they got tired of him and found their new obsession. Pedro Pascal would be king of the world. They would just be like, here, just give him, he can rule everything. We want kings now because we want King Pedro. Like, it's so stupid. This article is so dumb. But yeah, it's anyone's race. Like, the Democratic Party is all over the place. Let's just pick one of these. Get Pedro Pascal in there. Oh God, can you imagine? No, I don't want to. Yeah, if you want a good laugh, just go to Pedro Pascal's Instagram. Because it's all over the place, that whole it's all over the place. It's so funny. King Pedro. The studios are trying so hard to make Pedro a thing. It's not working anymore. It's not working anymore. Dude, have you guys watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Huh? Have you? Because I was reluctant to watch it. I saw it everywhere. It was in my TikTok. It was in my Instagram feed. It was in Twitter. Like, it was everywhere. Everyone was going bonkers for K-pop Demon Hunters. And I was like, it can't be that good. There's no way. It can't be that good. Everybody's like, you should watch it. And it wasn't until X-Ray Girl texted me and she was like, have you seen this movie? And I was like, no, I don't want to see it. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's so good. I don't want to see it. I'll wait. You know, that's that's one of the reasons why, like, I haven't watched Stranger Things. I never watched Stranger Things. I was like, everybody was like fawning over Stranger Things. I don't want to watch it because everybody says it's good. I don't want to watch it. Like, it's bound to go south at some point, and I'm gonna be disappointed. So I don't want to watch Stranger Things, even though everybody says it's so good. In fact, I was talking to Disparu about it because he was like telling me about Clarkson Farms, and I was like, you should watch it. I was like, I don't know. I'm not really gonna watch it. Like, everybody says it's good. Everybody fawns all over it. I don't want to watch it. So I was doing the same thing with K-pop Demon Hunters, and then X-Ray Girl was like, you need to watch it. You're gonna love it. I know you. And you're going to love K-pop Demon Hunters. And you know what? She was right. I put it on and I was just like, this is going to be so bad. Like, it wasn't grabbing me. But then, like, I don't even know, like maybe 15, 20 minutes in, I was like, I'm hooked. And I haven't been able to stop listening to the soundtrack since I watched it. I've just been listening to the soundtrack like over and over. I listen to it when I clean, when I'm in the car, like when I'm editing, when I'm doing all these different things. I'm listening to that damn soundtrack. It is like it's an earworm in my head. And I'm practically like annoyed with myself. Like that's how much I'm listening to this soundtrack. But it's a really good movie if you haven't watched it. If you like musicals, like then I think you might like it. But it's really good. The songs are extremely catchy. But K-pop Demon Hunters was doing so well that where are you at? I've lost it. Hold on. I have to find. Let me get rid of that because that's where you at? Ah, here it is. It's going to theaters, right? Netflix is hosting a special 2-day event. It's hosting a special 2-day event in North America over August 22nd through the 24th weekend. Sing-along screenings are playing in theaters in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, and it's already sold out. It's playing in over 1,700 cinemas. 1,000 of those showings have already sold out. And this isn't anything new. I think when Wicked came out, Wicked had some sing-alongs. Minecraft 2, that was something different. They had the popcorn jockey viewings. So like if you wanted to be loud and say all of the lines and everything, you can go to like those showings. So this is no different. K-pop, you're gonna have sing-alongs. I've already seen TikToks of people having so much fun at these sing-alongs. And this is great. Like this is awesome for this movie. Now, the one thing that I'm looking at and seeing, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work, is this movie. I think I read somewhere that it took years to make and produce and put out on Netflix. It took years for this to be made, and now they're fast tracking a K-pop Demon Hunters 2. Like they're fast tracking a sequel, not taking their time with it. Which okay, but will it be as good as the first? Probably not. Not only that, but they're trying to do a live action. And I hate that. I hate it when an animation does really well and they're like, oh my gosh, we have to do a live action. Imagine it in a live action form. Not everything has to be live action. All right. People will enjoy it just being animated. It can be animated and be enjoyable. It doesn't have to be a live action. But they're also doing a live action version of this. And that's where it like really bugs the shit out of me because this movie is good on its own. It's fine. It's perfect. You don't have to change it. And I feel like if they make it a live action, like they might do something like that. Like some of the stuff that you do in animation, it will look really weird in live action. And anime is one of those things where it just sometimes doesn't work for live action. They're gonna do it though. They're gonna try it. Will it be good? I don't know. Will it look good? Probably not. So, oh my gosh. I can honestly say all seasons of Stranger Things are good. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It looks a teensy. Oh, hold on. It looks a teensy bit girly. I'm not gonna say that it's not. I'm not gonna say that it's not girly, but I like the songs. The songs are good. And the premise of it is good too. Like it's a good one. It's a good movie. Now, them fast tracking a sequel as well as a live action. Yeah, I don't know if I'm digging that. So I don't know. It's made for girls. Yeah, I see a lot of guys enjoying it as well. Animation doesn't need live action to ride its back. That's true. Just leave it live action. If you want to make a sequel, make a sequel. Make it good. But it doesn't need a live action. It's so dumb. But I think that they're looking at, okay, well, we can have animated merchandise, right? I haven't seen any type of merchandise for this, which they're missing out if they're not making any merchandise. But I think that like it's a double dip, right? You can have the animated album and then you can double dip and have the live action album. You can have, you can sell things for animation merchandise and you can have live action merchandise. So I think that like they're trying to double dip. They're trying to increase revenue with these properties. Which I understand, but still I don't want a live action version of this I think it's fine the way it is. And I mean, people obviously love it. I mean, look at it. It's booked 1,700 cinemas and 1,000 showings have sold out. Let me see if I can find let me see. I have to go back to Instagram. Let's see if I can find it. It's the animation is good. I liked it. I didn't mind it. I'll give it a chance at some point. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's everywhere for me though. I'm seeing it everywhere. Did I save it? Let's see. I saw something and I don't know if I didn't save it. No. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Hero the world wants, and I'm not the hero the world needs, but I am the hero that the world gets. I'm not the hero.
It's Bella Ramsey because she wanted to play Spider-Man.
The world wants, and I'm not the hero the world needs, but I am the hero that the world gets.
That was funny. Oh my god. It's funny. Have a laugh. Let me see if I liked it. It looks going to these sing-alongs, they look like they're a lot of fun, but I don't think I can go. I don't think I could put myself through that. Let me see it. I know that it's here somewhere. Hang on. My activity. Because people are already going to these sing-alongs and they look, oh, here it is. They look like so much fun. I mean, come on. It looks like a lot of fun. It really does. And like at no point does this movie slow down. Like it's such a great movie. It's wonderfully paced. So like it looks like so much fun. Yes, I think girls will enjoy it a lot more than guys, but it looks like so much fun. These sing-alongs look like a lot of fun. Will I go to one? No, I won't. I won't. I didn't even go to the Wicked sing-alongs, and I freaking love that movie. But it's making a lot of money though. Making a lot of money. Well, let's see. What else? Now I have that song stuck in my head. I do love to sing, yeah. It's definitely a money grab. Yeah. Yeah. Fans enjoy it, take their money. I'm out. Just that little portion, and you're like, nope, never mind. Give us a real Spooderman movie. I need gum. I need gum. Hold on. I think that's it. I wanted to talk about that new article that came out in Variety about Disney's Boy Trouble, but I actually think that I'm going to make a separate video discussing that. Mr. Tex with a super sticker. Yay, thank you. Yeah. I think I'm going to make a separate video of it, but it's so funny that Disney is like, "Oh, what happened? Where did all the guys go? Where did all the men go?" Disney's Boy Trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back. Yes, win back because they drove them away. Win back Gen Z men amid Marvel Lucasfilm struggles. It's their own fault. It is their own fault. Like they drove them away. They said, "We don't want you here." They called them misogynistic and sexist. Like we saw all of those articles that came out. They drove them away. And then they're like, "Hey, where'd you guys go? Where'd you go? How come you left? How come you left? You're supposed to be here. What, you didn't stay even after all of that abuse that we gave you? How come you left? It's so stupid. Disney in their whole like trying to cater to women and making Marvel a woman's brand, a girl brand, and making Star Wars a girl brand, specifically catering to millennial women. Okay. And I say millennial women because that's who these live action movies are for. They're for millennial women. If you look at the Disney theme parks, they are taken over by Disney adults. And who are Disney adults? Disney adults are primarily millennials. That's it. Millennials who do not want to grow up. They don't want to live in their life now because they're extremely depressed, unfortunately. And they don't want to live in their life. They want to be nostalgic about everything. So they're looking back and, really buying into all of this nostalgia, and Disney saw dollars there. Disney saw dollars in nostalgia. And so they decided to cater to that demographic specifically because they are the ones who are buying all of the nostalgia merchandise and going and seeing all that and being reminded of their childhood. And they're, bringing their kids to it, right? They're introducing their kids to it and they're taking them to the theme parks. They saw millennial dollars and they saw money in nostalgia, and they decided, you know what, as long as we're doing that, as long as these millennials are introducing their kids to these properties now, let's turn them into girl brands, because Disney has always seen money in catering to girls. And we saw that with the rise of the Disney princesses, right? And the marketing and selling of the Disney princess toys. Disney has always seen money in catering to girls. With their Disney princess line, they made millions and millions, if not billions of dollars in the Disney princess line, the Disney princess dolls, the Disney princess movies, multiple sequels to those movies, all of the merchandise that went with it, all of the clothing that went with it. Wanting to go to the theme parks and seeing your favorite Disney princess. There was a ton of money made from catering to girls. However, these brands like Marvel and Star Wars, they didn't cater to girls. They catered to boys. But we want to make money. So the easiest way to make money is to turn them into girl brands and cater to girls, because girls will buy anything. It worked with the Disney princesses. And so let's try that with catering all of this to girls, because if millennials are trying to dip back into their nostalgia and introducing their kids to this, well, there's a whole new generation of little girls out there who will also spend their money on all of this merchandise and all of these movies. And so they decided to switch over and cater to girls. And unfortunately, that did not work, right? Because these are primarily brands that cater to boys, and they've catered to boys throughout the history of their brand. Yes, there are girls like myself that really enjoyed these properties and also, watched it. But I enjoyed the properties as they were, right? They didn't need to change or cater to me in any way in order for me to enjoy these properties. And like, if you go back in Disney history, when they like started making money off of the Disney princess line and realized, oh my gosh, we can make tons of money off little girls, right? They tried to do the same thing with little boys. Like, I think that they tried, I think it was like called the Disney Hero line, where they had all of the boy character, like the princesses, like the princes. I think it was called like Disney Heroes or something like that. They tried to do that and to sort of have an alternative to like G.I. Joe and those types of toys that were specifically marketed towards boys. It was like their way to try and cater to boys and have them buy, Disney merchandise for boys. They had characters like Hercules and Aladdin. They really tried to cater to boys, just like they catered to girls, though, right? They didn't change anything in their marketing. They marketed to little boys just like they did little girls. And shocker, it didn't work. Because that's a completely different market that you have to market in a different way in order to get little boys excited about, buying your toys and stuff. They tried to do it. It failed. And they scrapped that and they went all in on the Disney princess line because that's what was making the bulk of their money. And I think that that's what they tried to do with with Star Wars and Marvel. They really tried to go after that demographic because that demographic spends the money. And really thought like, well, the guys are there and they're always going to be there. They're never going to go away, right? And that's just not the case. They did. They were like, well, you know what? If you're going to make crap and you're not going to cater to me anymore, then I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to support any of this because it's nothing that I like. We know that the Force is now female and you're now catering to girls, and it's no longer a boy brand. It's no longer something that I'm interested in, and the stories are no longer heroic stories. They're more emotional stories. And that's why we say, like, what's her name? Rey was a Mary Sue, because she doesn't go on a hero's journey. That's something that you can relate to. That's something that you can identify and see. And it's more like everything is just handed to her and people just automatically like her. There's nothing relatable to looking at this character as perfect. And that's basically what she was. She was perfect. And there's nothing relatable about somebody that's perfect. And while they did that, they also said, men, you're also misogynist. Men, you're also sexist. Men, you are no Star Wars fan if you don't accept the things that we want to give to you, that we are presenting to you. You need to just automatically like it. It doesn't matter if our actresses write a diss track and tell you how much that, you're hated and laugh at it. It doesn't matter. You should still stay, because guess what? We're educating you. You need to think the way that we want you to think. And, people just aren't going to do that. It was such a huge mistake for Disney and for Marvel to cater to that way and not keep these brands as they are, right? And all of the brands went, or not all of it, but Lucasfilm went in on it by saying, like, the Force is female. Kevin Feige famously said that, we're going to try and get more women superheroes. And as soon as you brought in Captain Marvel and it was just a terrible movie, I hated that movie, you're automatically just sexist and misogynist if you don't accept this one female superhero, which was stupid, considering, people had already accepted multiple female superheroes by that point, Black Widow being the more prominent one. But there were multiple superheroes, female superheroes at that point that people are like, I like them for one reason or another. They liked them, but it was just like this one character that automatically just proved that the entirety of the Marvel fan base that were men were automatically misogynistic and sexist, because they didn't accept Carol Danvers. They didn't accept Captain Marvel. And that was just really ridiculous. Same thing with Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk. You have to accept the bullying that our creators did to you during the creation of She-Hulk, during She-Hulk. We're making fun of the fans. We're making fun of all of the men that have that are upset at all of these female superheroes being a part of Marvel. I said that I wasn't even going to go through this, and I'm now just going through it. I was like, I'm going to make a separate video. And now I'm just talking about it. It was the same thing with She-Hulk, and with Tatiana Maslany, and she was just like, it was such a horrible time. They were very self-aware at what they were doing during the creation of She-Hulk, and knowing, they were very self-aware. They knew what people were going to say, and they even put that in the show as kind of like a gotcha. Oh, we got you. See, we know you're trolls. We know you're trolls, and we're just going to troll you back. And we're going to bask in the glory and laugh at the fact that we beat you at your own game. And haha, it's so funny. We're making fun of the fans that we don't want here. We're making fun of you. And everybody was totally on board with that. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. And for Disney to be like, I don't know what happened to the male fan base. What are we going to do? Leadership of Walt Disney has been pressing Hollywood creatives in recent months, multiple sources, for movies that will bring young men back to the brand in a meaningful way. Young men is defined here by sources as age 13 to 28, Gen Z. I think that Disney saw the Minecraft movie making over $1 billion, and the main people that went to go see that were young boys. Were young teenage boys, because there's nothing for them. Marvel, right? Marvel was supposed to continue that and be that thing for young men. Same thing with Star Wars. It was supposed to be that thing for that your dad can introduce you to. It was supposed to be that. But Disney decided, well, we're just going to cater to girls. They've been left behind. That whole demographic has been left behind. There's nothing to to bring them in. There's nothing at Marvel. There's nothing at Star Wars, right? They've just completely excluded that demographic because they're just like, that demographic is not going to bring in money. We know for sure that the ones that bring in the money are girls. It's proven in what we've been doing over the past. But it seems like they've sort of gotten a shock, a wake-up call. And they've seen things like Minecraft that actually like catered to that demographic, that specific demographic, and they showed up for it and it made over $1 billion. Same thing with the Minions, right? The Minions movie, I think it was the fourth Minions movie. The fourth Minions movie made money because that demographic decided to go and watch that movie, and they made it like a whole big deal, just like they did with the Minecraft movie. So that demographic of people have just been left behind because, well, one, they've been villainizing men and been telling you that you have no inherent value. There's no value in you. So why should we cater to you? They don't think, and two, they don't think that they're going to pay for anything, which is fucking ridiculous because this is the demographic that has gotten very much into gaming and will spend money on games. For them to think like, there's no value in that is freaking ridiculous, right? It's so ridiculous when they spent a ton of money on consoles, on video games, and then they think, oh, they're not going to spend any money on this stuff. It's a wild way of thinking, and they've been left behind. But you know what? They have found, they have found, and this is just me like going off of like my friends' kids and my family members, because my family is fucking huge, but a lot of my Gen Z relatives that are guys love anime. They love anime. So they kind of like found their thing. They've found anime. It's the one thing that hasn't pushed them away that they can watch and enjoy. And it's like, hey, I've found something that I like. I'm sticking with it. And you know what's crazy is that they're very loyal with like the things that they watch. So it's so crazy how Disney is just like, oh, we're having boy trouble. We don't know what happened. How come they're not here? Why aren't Gen Z boys coming and seeing what we're doing? It's like, well, you're not making anything for them. And you have told your male audience, they are included in that this is a girl brand now. This is just for girls. That's it. So we don't, not only that, but we don't want you here, right? And now they're just struggling. They're struggling to figure out, oh my gosh, how do we turn this around? We want to put Mickey ears on boys now. How do we do that? It's so ridiculous. It's so dumb. But I who knows if they're ever going to win back the Gen Z male demographic. Who knows? They probably won't. And if they do, it'll take years and years and years of failures to do so. But this is just a funny article. I laughed when I saw that. Anywho, I think that's it. That's all I have. Oh my gosh, 3.5 hours. I have to stop. I have to end the stream. 3.5 hours. But you know what? I got through everything I wanted to talk about. Oh my God, what is this? No, okay, that's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. You don't need to make a video, just clip it out. Well, here's the thing. Look. I want to see, I have, what happened? See, I have all of these things that like I pulled up because this is my order of thought that I was going to talk about all this stuff. And so, yeah, like that's why I wanted to make a separate video. I told you I order everything by my thought process. So I still will probably make a separate video. I'll probably make a separate video, but I just thought I'd quickly go over this article because it was funny to me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it.
Rampant slag.
I'm just kidding.
Black Snape moan.
I will. What is today? Today's Thursday. You know what? I'm gonna go watch Primitive War. I'm gonna go look and see where Primitive War is playing, and I'm watching Primitive War today. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my evening. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.